Shalom, Israel. First off, give honor to the Most High God and His Son Yahushua. We are the Battle Axes of the Most High God, coming to Israel to give an edifying lesson to the nation through the spirit of Hamashiach Yahushua and Yahweh Himself. We pray that the Most High God speak to us today to give edification and mighty endurance to a great nation of people. Mighty shalom to you, brothers and sisters online. Shalom to every family that's represented in class today. Today's class will be evil spirits of deceit, lies, and lust. Evil spirits of deceit, lies, and lust. Because, you know, like we always want to look at things that are portraying to Israel, to our nation. Evil spirits are always around. You know, the Lord sends spirits to and fro from the earth daily, man. Right? To see if it's going to catch you up, to see if you move past that one problem, right? That problematic area, to see if you've learned from that, to see if you can grow from that. And spirits are always going to be coming back and forth on the earth. So we want to make sure that we have an understanding of the evil spirits, that we are able to debunk them and we are able to knock them out, man. Right? Like we said, this could be a class every Sabbath for Israel. But we want to make sure that we touch on it today with the deceit of an evil spirit, the lies of an evil spirit, and the lust of the evil spirit. That being said, let's start with 2 Timothy chapter 2. We'll start at verse 1. Phone's on silent, because I thought I did. I got a new phone, yeah. I guess I didn't do it right. We try that again. 2 Timothy chapter 2, and we'll start from the top.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1.
Bring it up.
Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushua.
So the epistle of the letters of our brothers, Paul, Timothy, man, Timotheus, they were encouragement letters, man. Letting you know to be strong, man. That's what Timothy is telling us, be strong in the spirit of Christ. Why would he have to tell us to be strong? Because evil spirits are ramping up daily, man. We know according to 2 Edges, man, that the spirits were going to what? Continue to grow and get what? Wax worse and worse in these last days. So Timothy is saying, hey, man, be strong in the Lord. You have to be of strength and have strength of the Lord to be able to what? Withstand this wicked kingdom that we're in, man. To have endurance, man. You know, you talk to a lot of brothers, you don't get to see them on the Sabbath. I mean, throughout the week, everybody got their own families and agendas that they have to deal with through the week. So when you do see brothers and sisters, you talk to them on the Sabbath, how you doing, brother? You're like, oh man, just enduring, man. Right? That's what it's about, man. In order to endure, you have to be strong, man. This is not for the weak. This truth is not for the weak. The weak will get rooted out of this truth, man. The weak will be an Israelite this year, and the next year, a real nigga again. Right? So Timothy is saying, be strong, man. Timothy said, be strong. Read that again.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushua.
And that's what you need to be strong in, the grace. Every day that the Lord gives you the ability to wake up, to go out and do your jobs, to go out and do your necessary things that you have to do. Every endeavor that you encounter is with grace, man. So you got to be strong in the grace that the Lord gives you, man. He gave you grace to go to work. So here, when you get out of work, you need to use that same grace that he gave you for work. And what? Get in the scriptures, man. He gave you grace to what? Take your child to school. Go get something to eat. So with that same grace, you need to be strong in what? In the word of God. The same way that he gave you grace to be strong in this wicked kingdom. The same way you need to use that grace for the Lord. Right? Read on.
Verse 2. and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses.
Among many witnesses, man. You won't be able to find these witnesses being a New Testament Israelite or being a what? Christianite. Because these witnesses are found where? In the Old Testament, man, through the prophets, man. Through the major and the minor prophets, man. These are the many witnesses that we can go back and see that had to be strong, right? The same way David had to encounter affliction and be strong in his wrongdoing, man. Right? Solomon, right? Samson. These brothers had to be strong within this kingdom. Read on.
The same commit thou to faithful men.
The same commit thou to faithful men. This is the same way. The same way you look up and see your forefathers and foremothers be strong, it's the same way you need to commit your life, right? These are the actions that we have to follow, but you have to be able to what, study and go look up these witnesses, man. The Bible said we had a great cloud of witnesses in Hebrews 12, man. That cloud of witnesses going into our forefathers and foremothers, man. All right, read.
Come. Who shall be able to teach others also?
And this is the point, that you may be able to what? Be taught of the right things and then be able to teach others also. This is the job, man, of an Israelite, man. To first of all, be able to be taught the right way according to the will of God, and then go out and teach others the right way, man. Read.
Verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Mashiach Yahushua.
So when we do go through things, we do have spiritual things that hit you, and you feel like, oh man, it's just constant problem after problem, right? This happening, that is happening. Car breakdown, now damn rent due, right? It's when you do, you want to be able to be strong in this thing so you can endure hardships. Because I ain't never seen a soldier that wasn't prepared to die. See, Christians love to say, oh, I'm a soldier in the Lord's army. But are you actually ready to give your life? Because a soldier is prepared to give his life, man, at any given time. Right? They going out there fighting these wars, they going to Afghanistan and things of that nature. Man, you never know when somebody will throw just a bomb, man. You got to be prepared to be able to give your life at all times for the Most High God, man. Right? That's why it says endure as a good soldier, man. You got to be ready for things to come your way. So when they do come your way, when spirits do come your way, when the seed of lies do come your way, you're able to knock them out, man. All right? This is learned behavior that we have to come across now, man. We had so many years of the world's behavior, learned behavior. Now we're trying to come into the learned behavior of the Most High God, man. Knocking out the spirit of fear, knocking out the what's the word I'm looking for? Complacentness that we have, man. Right? These things got to be knocked out. Read.
Come. Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. How in the hell you go out there? You got to fight already, and then you're gonna have your mind set on all these other problems, but you need to let them problems go, man. Because if you don't, that's where sin comes in. Sin is looking to infiltrate you at your weakest point. When you entangle yourself with the affairs of this life, now you're worried about every other thing. You're worried about the bills. You're worried about the house. You're worried about the car note. Now you ain't worried about the Most High God. Now here comes sin. Now here come lies. Here come lust. Here come deceit. And now you're not able to hit it because you don't got your mind on it. Your mind on everything else of the world. Lord, where I'm going to get this money from? To hell with that money. Lord, how I'm going to pay this rent. You get that rent when I get it. Damn it. Right? We have to be soldiers of the Lord at all times. Mind stayed on business of the Lord. Right? Read on.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Read on.
That he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
And if you don't entangle yourself with the affairs of this life, you're pleasing the Most High God, who has chosen you to be that soldier. right? You are pleasing now the Most High God because He chose you to be that soldier, to have your mind steady on Him. Now you are lining up with what the scriptures say, right? You're on the right path. But you can't have the cares of this life in your mind and think that you can still please the Lord at the same time.
I want to ask brothers and sisters a question. So, if you're a soldier, just think about what I just read in 2 Timothy. So, if you're a soldier for the Lord and you go into war, imagine if you're a soldier going to war and you thinking about your wife, your children, your job, the bills. Just think about it. And they study shooting over your head, but you got all this stuff going on. Think about what Ark is really going into, man, because we won't really try to lock into brothers and sisters' spirits, man, to try to see, because being a soldier in the Lord's army, guess what? I might be a captain, but guess what? Just say, Belial might be a soldier. Does that make, guess what? He can be locked in, and I'm sitting up here thinking about everything else but God's word. Who you think got a better chance of getting killed, the captain or the soldier? We got to try to make sure, because like you say, if you war, right? It said no man that war entangle himself with the affairs of this life, right? That means, guess what, man? You got, when you come to serve the Lord, all these things gonna have to start being cut off, man. Right? You're gonna have to start locking in on what the Lord really wants you to do, because everybody got a purpose in the truth. Every single person. I don't care if it's a baby. Guess what? I don't care if it's a man or woman. Everybody got a purpose in the truth. And if you don't lock in, guess what? And you keep on letting your cares and how you feel get in the way, guess what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna get entangled in this life, and guess what's gonna happen? That war that you once fought, you're gonna be a casualty, man. Right? Go ahead,
Big con on that, man. That's a great point, because we definitely gonna revisit exactly what I just said in this class, man. How you gonna be a soldier of the Lord and you got other things on your mind? It's not prospering you to be a soldier, man. Glad I said that, because that is we're gonna retouch that in a minute, right? So we don't want to be a casualty, right? Because in the end game, like you said, if you can't let that go, then it's gonna be your death, man. All right, let's keep reading. Come.
Verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries.
If a man strive for mastery, read.
Yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
You're not going to be able to be a good soldier. You're not going to be able to fight this fight. You're not going to be able to not take yourself with the cares of the world unless you strive lawfully. The only thing that's going to help you in this wicked kingdom, to survive this wicked kingdom, is the laws of the Most High God. When you worried about the money, that's not going to help you. You can get $1 million and still be terrible, right? That money is going to be only good for what it's good for. All right, you can get the house, you can get the car, you can get everything you want to get, but still be spiritually lost and still don't be a good soldier. Because is the money helping you be a good soldier? Who gonna use the money to go buy what? The protection that they need. Us? Well, we gonna go buy what? TV, BMW, and anything else that we ever wanted that we didn't have. What they call it, what's the clothes that the overseas people, they call it? Designer. Everything designer. Louis this and Coach that. All right? We're not worried about being a soldier for the Lord now if the Lord gives you these things. All right? So if you are trying to strive for mastery, the only way you were going to receive mastery is through the laws of the Most High God. All right? You can try to get the money, you can try to get everything else. You can try to get the wife, you can try to get the husband. But if you're not striving mastery for laws with the law, it's not going to work. It's all for naught. Read on.
Verse 6. The husband that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruit.
So the first thing that you got to be, that if you're striving for mastery, is the fruits. What are fruits going into? What else?
2 Corinthians 9:34.
Exactly. Good precepts, which is going into what? Works. Lawful works. Why did it say the husband? Why? He's the what? What is he though? He's the head. That husband has to be striving lawfully with them works first, man. Then put that into the family. See, Negroes be wanting to get the family, and they still ain't striving for mastery yet. Then they go and they, well, she ain't listening to me. That's because he done it out of order.
Read verse 6 again. Verse 6 from the top. The husband that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits. And this is what we use also, brothers, to show how did the man eat first. Right? Make sure y'all write them down beside this. Sisters too. This is to let you know how the husband being what? The man of the house be the first partaker of the fruits. Right? This is on the smaller level. I've been going into a deeper spiritual level. But on the smaller grain of it, if you want to find out why the men eat first, this is why. All right, go ahead.
That's right. So that man has to be the first partaker of the fruits, which is the works, man. So he can teach the household. Right? You're not doing the works. You half it on the works, and then you expect for your wife to get in order, complete order. When you already half-assing on the works yourself. That don't make sense, man. It don't. The husband has to be first partaker of the fruit, saying he is the head of the house. You are the leader. You have to instill that in your wives, man. I don't think y'all understand that. Brothers be quick to say, man, I'm going to leave her ass, man. She ain't listening. Negro, that's why the scriptures say a portion of a wicked woman is given to a wicked man. Because it ain't just her, nigga. Look at yourself. All right? So we got to be first partakers of the fruits, man, in order to instill that into our families, man. Got something.
Let's go get another precept on that stride. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9.
Go
to 24. Because even like Ak is going into, man, these things are very, very important, man. Very important. See, the same spirits that go around, come back around, that brothers have to deal with amongst the congregation, that brothers and sisters have to deal with themselves, man. Most High God is trying to equip brothers and sisters in certain weapons that you must have, man. Certain weapons to fight this war. You get that read this out.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize.
So we know it's everybody in the race. That's basically what we in right now. We in the race, man. And guess what? Every one of us is not going to receive the prize, man. The prize is what? The kingdom, the crown, man. Read on up. So run. So what? So run. So guess what? Running is the same thing as fighting. Read on up.
That ye may obtain.
That we what?
That ye may obtain.
So we got to constantly fight off spirits so we may obtain the kingdom of heaven. Read on up.
Verse 25. And everyone that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Is what up?
Is temperate in all things.
Brothers and sisters must learn to become temperate in this walk. Read on.
Come. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
Read on.
But we an incorruptible.
So you will have both sides of the spectrum, man. You got brothers and sisters that, guess what? Wicked in this thing, say shalom all day, shakan, but they don't have, guess what? The spirit of the Most High, man. Read on,
Verse 26. I therefore
so that last part again.
Come.
It says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but what?
But we,
but who?
But we, an incorruptible.
You will know brothers and sisters that are sincere in this truth, man. That's what we telling brothers, man. Everybody that shalom you brothers and sisters don't mean you well, or in this truth for the right reasons. You see brothers coming in this truth just to get multiple wives. You see sisters coming in this truth just to get what? Husbands. These things happen in Israel, man. Just to come in this thing to assert authority and power over brothers. No, that's not the reason of being this truth, man. Read on out.
I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I.
So what Paul did,
So fight I.
and that's the same spirit that we got to have. Read on out.
Not as
What?
that beateth the air.
Meaning what? This is not a physical fight. This is always a spiritual fight. Go ahead, out.
You come on that, man. That's a great precept, man. Make sure y'all write that down. Next to verse 6, man. You gotta strive for this thing, man. Select verse 5. Right? We gotta strive for this thing, man, because these same spirits are gonna occur, right? Coming to and fro from the earth, man. So it's always a strive. It's a daily strive. Like Paul said, I die daily. It's a daily die. It's a daily strive. Right? This is not just, oh, well, I strove this. Is strove a word? Is that the yeah? I strove this week.
Past part.
Yeah, that's right. I'll pray. Yeah, I got the word right. You never thought we went to Sunday school, right? I strove this week. I ain't got to strive next week. You got to strive every day, man. Every week. It's a constant strive. Go back to 2 Timothy 2 and read verse 7. So the husband must be first partakers of the fruit in order to what? Make that fruit trickle down on the family, man. All right? It's our job to put this thing in order, man. Read.
Come, the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 6.
Read on.
The husbandman, that laborer, must be first partaker of the fruits. Consider what I say.
Timothy said, consider what I say. Take this into consideration, Israel. Don't let this thing go in one ear and out the other, man. Because you can sit up all day and say, yeah, I don't deal with that. Yeah, deceit, yeah, that's not me. Yeah, I don't deal with that. Oh, lust? Nah, that ain't my kind of part. That ain't my cup of tea. Lies? Oh, no, I don't lie. Only until that damn spirit hit your ass. And you become the biggest damn liar that you ever thought that you wasn't. Right? Or you have severe lust on you, man. Right? Severe lust. What is lust? We talked about this again. What is lust? Brothers, what is lust?
When you brothers, hold on. Brothers, if y'all hands get this wrong, man.
You already know.
Look, man.
I'm asking a lot of questions that we ask in Capt 101 too.
Because we made, look, I'm not gonna go through all that. Brothers, y'all ass better not get this damn thing wrong either, man. I'm telling you,
Man, for real.
got to climb over the table on y'all ass, man.
But I don't want a brother in Capt 101. Renard wasn't here?
Came a little bit later.
He came a little bit later. What is lust, man? What's the new brother name? JT, my bad. I gotta remember that. What is lust?
Thinking about a woman going down through there, you know what I'm saying?
Thinking about a woman going down through there. Hey. Good answer. All right, what is lust?
I mean, you could be lusting after anything.
Okay. That's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. Brother Osha, what is lust? You was here at Capt 101, weren't you? So what is lust? Going and home it in for it, tied in for it. Brother said, thinking about that thing going down through it. Brother said you can lust over anything. So what's the home in for lust? Lust, that's right. Lust is a strong desire. Lust don't have to be about just thinking about that thing, going down through it. Although you're right, that's a form of lust. Damn right, you damn right. Like Osha said, lust could be what? A strong desire for money. Right? You can have, and it's very hard. I was thinking about this morning. You can have lust for a woman or a man and not have that lust after that thing. It's hard though. But if it's like, man, that brother is he's a leader, he's a good brother. I want that kind of brother, right? Or that sister, man, she has great qualities about her that I want, right? Now, it come with it now. Right? Sooner or later, that thing gonna come with it, no matter how much you try to say that. But lust is a strong desire for whatever the case may be, whatever it is. A lot of people think when you say lust, I ain't lusting after her. You can still lust.
It's a want.
It's a strong desire or want. No matter what it is that you want, it's a strong desire for what it is, man. Right? So we want to make sure we understand that lust is the strongest desire that you have for anything that you want. Right? And that's why lust is such a hard topic for Israel. Because we want everything that we don't need, man. That's what this world gives you. That's what this wicked ass kingdom give you. It gives you sight to see everything that you want, but you don't need. That's why lust is always around. That's why that spirit will always be here, man. Because that lust is something that you always see, but it really ain't good for you, man. All right? So let's jump over to chapter 3 and let's read verse 1. Let's stay in 2 Timothy. So Timothy said, consider this, man. Don't let this go on one ear and out the other, because just because you ain't that person right now, don't mean that you won't be that person later, man. I'm telling you, man. We've been seeing counsel and all this kind of stuff, and you be like, man, I never seen that on that brother or sister. Yeah, you never did. But it's on them now. That's right. I never seen that on that sister, man. She never gave me those kind of lies or feelings about her that I would say that, yes, that's her. But it's on her ass now. Right? That's why Timothy said, consider this. Just because you ain't dealing with some form of lust right now, don't mean that you won't be. Right?
And the thing is, what I just touching on those things ahead, because even with deceit, a lot of times brothers and sisters think that deceit is you physically deceiving another person. Guess what? You could be deceiving your own self.
That's right.
That's one of the major ways of deceit. Deceiving your own way into believing something that you know is not according to the scripture. Framing your mindset that way, man. That is the heaviest deceit, man.
Man, these brothers in the spirit, because they go into exactly what the class is going into.
Man.
They going into exactly what this class is going into. Because Christianity has formed the biggest deceit in their mind.
And you know, the main thing, God dang, that's crazy. Like you say, when you deceiving yourself, what is that called, brothers or sisters? What's that called? What's it called? Don't get nervous. What is it called?
Nah, you already hit the brothers. They like, hold on, I don't want to say the wrong thing, man. Don't get nervous.
Man.
Say the right thing.
For real, just say the damn right thing. What is it called? According to the scriptures, what is this called? What you got? Yeah. It's denial, but this is more. What is it called, brothers? No, brothers. What is it called? Reprobate, brothers. God, but look here, man. I think we should have count 101, man, like 7 days a week, man. Come on, man, y'all, hey, don't be afraid, hey. I know we talk a lot of noise, man, but hey, come out with it, man. Come on, man.
Hey, I like that answer though, Chris. That's self-destruction. Why did everything about that song? Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Oh, y'all know about that answer, man. Hey, but that's exactly what you'll be headed for. But like I said, think about, look, y'all, you know how you can answer a lot of questions? I always think about the class. What is the class going into? What are we talking about in class? Hell, read the title. It'll give you a better understanding to answer the question or to looking for the answer that we want. Because a lot of questions come with multiple answers that are in fact right? Like, it's not wrong what Chris said, self-destruction. Deceit and lying on deceit, being deceitful yourself. You have to slow your roll, brother. Yeah, but being deceitful for yourself is for self-destruction. But like I said, in the scriptures, he wants you to understand that deceit right now of yourself is what? Reprobate, man. Because you'll have your own self believing a damn lie, man. Right? So just think of that, man. Go to chapter 3 of 2 Timothy and read verse 1. Start at verse 1.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1.
Read out.
This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own self.
Read.
Covetous. Boasters.
Read.
Proud.
Read on.
Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents.
What else?
Unthankful. unholy.
All these things are ramping up, man, amongst Israel. That's why Timothy said, consider what I tell you. That's why he told you in chapter 2 to be strong, because these things are going to ramp up covetousness, boasters, disobedient, right? All these things are gonna be strong, man. Strong desires, right? Read.
Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers.
That's going into lies right there, man. Right? Truth breakers, right? Breaking every covenant, that's a lie. I tell you I'm gonna do something I don't do it, it's truth breaker, man. Right? Read on.
Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Incontinent, man. You don't have the understanding anymore, man. Right? Despisers of those that are good. Read on.
Traitors, heady, high-minded,
Heady.
it's like traitors, heady, high-minded.
High-minded. And when you get that lust on you, well, you become high-minded, man. All these things line up with some form of lust, man. I'm telling you. Read on.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Read that last part again. This is the part I wanted to take out of here.
Lovers of pleasure.
Lovers of pleasures
More than lovers of God.
more than lovers of God. Timothy just said that in 2 Timothy. What did he say? That he just said the same thing in chapter 2. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. What was he saying? What scripture?
Verse 4.
I'll praise, man. Thank you, Twin. Thank you. Verse 4. Lovers of pleasures, you are warned with the things of the world more than the things of the Most High God. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. And that's where lust comes into play, man. That's where deceit and lies come into play right there, right? Let's go to 1 John. 1 John chapter 2. Just open this thing up, man. So we about to go through there. I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna be a little touchy, man. For one side. It's gonna be side for both sides, actually. But we wanna go through there. We're gonna go all down through there. 1 John 2, and let's just start at 15. We'll just read that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15.
Bring it out.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Because when you are a lover of the world, that's where lust comes from. That's what he's saying. Don't lust after things of the world. Because if you lust after things of the world, then what? Read on.
If any man love the world,
If any man lusts after the things of the world, then what?
the love of the Father is not in him.
Then the love of the Father is not in you, man. Right? You can't be that good soldier worried about entangling about the things of the world, man. Right? You understand that, man? You can't. You just can't. Read on.
Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh,
All that is in the world have dealt or dealing with the lust of the flesh. No matter what form of lust it is, we all have dealings of lust, whether it's money, women, cars, the strong wants that we want, whatever the case may be, man. If you are of this world, if you are a man or woman born into this flesh, then you have a dealing of the lust of the flesh. Right? That's why Timothy said, consider this, man. Because you can say all day long you're not that person until you become that person. Read on.
for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes.
The lust of the what?
The lust of the eyes.
It's that spirit that come around. It's the lust of the eyes. It's what you see, right? It's more of a want than a need, man. Right? The lust of the eyes. Read.
Come. And the pride of life.
And the pride of life, man. Read on.
Is not of the Father, but is of the world.
So when you do fall into these lustful acts, or this spirit jumps on you, that spirit is not of the Father, right? Read on.
Come. Verse 17. And the world passeth away.
And the world passeth away. Read.
And the lust thereof.
And the lust thereof. Read.
But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
The world passeth away and the lust thereof. What is that scripture saying?
It's all temporary.
It's all temporary, right? That same lust of the eyes that you was gonna be willing to throw it all away for, that same lust will soon go away. Oh man, I wanted that. I wanted her so bad. I wanted him so bad. Until that damn lust spirit got up off you. Now you ain't even want them. You don't want that no more.
You see how, and this is how a lot of things, this is how it happens. What's the old saying say, as soon as you come to your senses.
Say, and that's, say, I was gonna bring that point up, man. I mean, like I said, we're going through that today.
Watch this. And you know, brothers and sisters, know that's true because, boy, you look at it, man. I'm talking about boy, I'm talking about, brother got the best game in the world, man. I'm talking about, boy, he got the game playing. And sisters do too, right? But soon after that happens, guess what? Dang, I don't know. We should have did that. Dang, sis, I don't know. We should have did that. Soon after that happens. Why can't you not think about that before? Because that's the point. Like when I know I can spend a touch on every point of this thing. Why can't you think of that before that happens? Why it has to go through? Then you think about it. Brother, sister, gotta let that sizzle in your spirit a little bit, right? Go ahead.
Now they come, cause that's exactly what I'm touching on, man. That same lust that made you throw it all away, that made you say, man, forget that, I'm doing this. That make you say, yeah, I'm going down through there. That same lust will be over. Right after. Sister, oh, I want it bad. Brother, I want it bad. Until it wasn't all it was hyped up to be, huh?
And you know what that's called? You know what happened to that lust spirit? It was fulfilled.
The lust spirit was fulfilled. I'm gone.
I don't need you no more, right? I don't need that. I don't need your vessel no more. I need the next person's vessel.
That's right. Then I say, gotcha. Gotcha. I done got you. You done for. Now that spirit gone. That same, I'm telling y'all, man, I don't know if y'all hear me though. That same lust that you have for that person is now gone as soon as it's done for, man. As soon as it's done for. Oh, it wasn't all that. I don't want him no more. Oh, she wasn't all that. It really wasn't working for me, you know? But you was just willing to throw everything away for this. You willing to give up your family, you really willing to give up everything for this. That's how you know it's a spirit. That spirit gone now.
And you know, this is everything that I just went through. I mean, he just covered it in 2 Timothy chapter 2 and chapter 3. Because when those spirits get on you, guess what? And you warring against, guess what? You in this war, you supposed to be a soldier of the Lord, and you warring against this flesh. You warring against this flesh, but you're supposed to be warring against the Most High. Guess what? When that lust consume, when it bring forth death, guess what? You're going to have to carry that whole burden with you. And when you're going to carry that burden with you. And when that sorrow or heart that the Lord put on you, and you deal with that sorrow that the Lord got on you,
yeah.
What you think is going to happen next? Guess what? Everybody got to play the blame game. Everybody won't. It's not me. It's you. You the one that did it. Why do we know this? Genesis what?
3:11.
Let's go to it right quick, man. This is how we know this. This is how we know that when that spirit leaves And when the Lord, because after that spirit leaves, who comes next? After the lust spirit leaves, who comes? No. Who comes after the lust spirit leaves? Who comes? No. No. After the lust spirit leaves, who comes? No. 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 No, brothers and sisters. No. No, man. After the lust spirit leaves, the Lord comes, or he sends his angels. He's coming next. Then the angels, it's a procedure. The lust spirit done fulfill what it has to do. Guess what? The next thing to come, the Lord gonna send an angel to come in.
Because the first thing you say is, damn, I shouldn't have did that.
So why would you say, damn, I shouldn't have did that if the Lord didn't visit you right afterwards?
That's right.
Brothers and sisters, get that. Read this out. Genesis chapter 3, verse 8.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 8. And they heard a voice, and they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
So they heard God, they heard the voice of God coming. Right? Cool of the day, right? Read.
And Adam said,
What do you say?
well, it's like, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God.
Why did they have to? Because guess what? Why did they hide themselves? Because they knew they was wrong. You see how they go? That spirit came, then the next spirit came to come check that spirit. Because the Lord can't lie. He says he always leave you what? A way out. You had a way out before. Guess what? Afterwards, guess what the next thing he give you again? A way out again. Right? Go read it.
Amongst the trees of the garden.
Read,
And the
y'all.
Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him,
What do you say to Adam?
where art thou?
He said, where are you at, man? Right? Read it.
And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden.
So guess what? After you done committed what you doing now I hear your voice in the garden, Lord. I hear your voice. I heard your voice now. This is when I hear your voice. Why you couldn't hear his voice? Because you got straight commandments, what you're supposed to do already. Why you didn't hear his voice before? Right? Read it.
And I was afraid.
And he said, what?
And I was afraid.
Because afterwards, now you're afraid. Why you wasn't afraid before? You see how they go? You should have been afraid before, but guess what you do? You're afraid after. After, brothers and sisters, right? Read it.
Because I was naked.
Because what?
Because I was naked.
He heard the Lord's voice. He hid himself because he was in what? Sin, right? Read it.
And I hid myself.
And he said, I hid myself, right? Right? Read.
And he said, who told thee that thou was naked?
So why did the Lord have to ask who told you you was naked? Why did he ask you that? Why was he asking that, brother? He only knew good, but I know that's the storyline, but based on this class, why did the Lord have to ask him, who told you was naked? Because after you don't commit, think about it, brothers and sisters. After a person commits sin, now when the spirit hit you down, I should have did that. Who told you that I should have did that? You see how the angels work? Who told you that I should have did that? Right? Read it.
Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee?
So this is the reason why the Lord knows the attributes of. One of the reasons why the Lord, the attributes of man, you can't get around the Lord, right? Because afterwards, this is what happened to people when they go and they do something. Then afterwards, like, dang, I should have did this. Who told you was naked? Why could you tell yourself that? Guess what? I'm going to get ready to go into sin. Why you couldn't tell yourself this? Right? You should have been able to catch this before. Because everybody can be enticed. I don't give a damn who you are in this truth. Everybody been enticed. But do everybody got to act on that? No, you don't have to act on the things because of your flesh. Now you entangling yourself in the things of the world, man. All right, finish it out.
That thou shouldest not eat.
Uh-huh.
Verse 12. And the man.
No, he said, read verse 11.
And he said, who told thee that thou was naked?
Read.
Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee,
Right.
that thou shouldest not eat?
So the Lord said, guess what? He said, did you eat with a tree that you should eat on? Read, Doc.
Verse 12. And the man said,
What do you say?
the woman whom thou gavest to me to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat.
So now you blame, now it's the blame game. You see how they go? You do something, the Lord visits you, now you blaming somebody. But who? But your damn self. Right? Some of us who got to start getting their mind wrapped around. Go ahead, Doc.
Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 31. Because even in all that, like I was bringing out, man, like the ox is bringing out, the Most High God always gives us what? Weapons to prepare ourselves, to defend ourselves against these particular type of spirits. That's why it's pivotal that we go into the Bible, read these things, man, go into these accounts. Job 31 and verse 1. When you get there, read that out.
Job chapter 31, verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes.
So it's saying that Job made a covenant with his eyes. Read on out.
Why then should I think upon a maid?
Read it again.
Why then should I think upon a maid?
A covenant in this instance, like I say, going into discipline. Why then should he think upon a maid? Brothers and sisters have to have what? Discipline in this walk, man. You have to have discipline. Read on out.
Verse 2. For what portion of God is there from above?
So now he's asking the question, if I do these things, I understand what the penalty is that comes behind it. Read it again from the top, huh?
For what portion of God is there from above?
So if I'm seeing these things, I know it's a penalty that I got to pay, man.
That's right.
Read on out.
And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high?
So, and what inheritance am I going to get if I act upon this lust? Read on out.
Is not destruction to the wicked?
He's saying, he's covering these things. Hey, you know it's a punishment. It's a wage for what? For sin. Read on out.
Is not destruction to the wicked?
Because when you acted in that, you becoming what? Wicked. Read on out.
And a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity?
Man, read on out.
Doeth not he see my ways?
Most High God is seeing everything that we do, man. He's seeing these things, man. Whether or not you're trying to fight and endure as a good soldier, or you're letting those lusts, that deceit overcome and take you. Read on out.
And count all my steps?
Read on out.
If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot have hasted to deceit,
or if your foot is running to deceit, man. Read on out.
Let me be weighed in the even balance. Read on. That God may know my integrity.
Man, that integrity is heavy. Even if you fall, are you going to take accountability for your fall? Integrity is a heavy, heavy thing in this truth, man. Heavy thing, man. Because brothers and sisters know when they fall, they know when they slip, but do they always take accountability? No, brothers and sisters, like I was just going into, you want to play the blame game. You know, and that's something like I said, brothers, hey, I ain't going to be myself, I can't deal with it, man. That's, I can't, man. Go ahead,
Yeah, in life, you can't be accountable for your own actions, man. I can't deal. No dealing, can't deal. Let's jump to, I want to say jump and go at the same time, I said jump. Let's go to James, chapter 4, verse 2. Great precept, man. I can bring up, man, we got to start making covenants with our eyes, with ourselves, man, and not be able to be enticed by this lust, man. James chapter 4, verse 2.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 2. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have, and cannot obtain. Ye fight in war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not.
And it's because you ask not. It's because, like I said, you don't ask the Lord to give you that covenant with your eyes, to give you the ability to be able to withstand that lust. Because you want that lust so bad that you're not asking to retain from it. Right? You let that go through. Oh no, I ain't gonna ask the Lord to take this lust off because damn it, I want this lust. Right? That's what I want. So I'm not gonna ask the Lord to help me through this because damn it, I don't want to be helped through. All right? It says, ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have. That's what lust is. And then guess what? You'll make bad decisions in your lust, man.
That's right.
You'll make a decision in your lust that you can't get up out of, man.
That's a good point. Cause we pray for a lot of stuff. Do brothers and sisters be praying to get their lust off of them?
For real.
That's a damn good point, man.
Not until that lust has been what? Fulfilled. Now the lust fulfilled. Now, Lord, get it off me. Get it off me, Lord. Because like I said, soon as you get done with that lust, who come and visit you?
For real.
Now the law is right back in your mind. Oh, I messed up, man. Get it off me, Lord. But you couldn't see it earlier.
Or, so like,
Go ahead now. You good.
or are you better off with it? That's, are you better off with it, man? Those are things that must be weighed in the balance. Would this make me grow? Would this cause me to fall? Go ahead, huh?
And I'm going to tell you, man, when you have a spirit on you, me and the brothers talked about this too. Sometimes you have a spirit on you. Do you know if you got a spirit on you?
That's right.
You should know. The Bible said, "No, you're not your own self," right? You should be able to understand who you are. But let's go to 1 Thessalonians 4:3. So, do y'all think that if you got a spirit on you, able to catch it all the time? Because different spirits, man. Some spirits are stronger than others, man. What the Bible said about some spirits, they can't be taken off but through what? Fast and prayer. Some spirits are tougher than others to what? Accommodate, man, to knock out, to kill. Sometimes you're not gonna know that you got a spirit on you, man. Then somebody tell you got a spirit. No, I don't.
Then you get another witness. No, I don't.
Then you get another witness. I still don't.
Why brothers and sisters don't like that? Why you don't like that? When somebody say, "Hey, you got a spirit on you," and they don't want, and somebody is like, "No, I don't have it on me." Why you don't like that? Because what? It ain't just direction. Everybody think they need control.
That's right.
Everybody always, "Oh, I got this. I don't need no help. I got this. I know myself." No, but you got a spirit on you. I know me. I woke up, looked at myself in the mirror this morning. No, but you do got a spirit on you, bro. Why, as we being in the truth, want to be in the truth and want to know the truth, why don't you know you got, guess what, if a brother tell you got a spirit on you, well, bro, what kind of spirit I got on me then? Why don't you ask that damn question, man?
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
And that's a great point, like I said, man, because sometimes it's like even when we give counsel, man, right? We'll be like, look, it's not expedient right now. We don't think that's right for you right now. Man, y'all acting like y'all sick, brother. The Lord does reveal things to his prophets, man. Yes, the Lord does work with the brothers and sisters. It goes deeper into this thing because now this is why the Lord wants you to gather with like-minded brothers and sisters, right? I've been knowing this brother for a long time. I know his capabilities, know his strong points, know his weak points, right? We're not up here for nothing. The Lord just set us to be leaders of a congregation for nothing. We'll say this all the time. We didn't choose this. I didn't choose this life. The Most High God chose us to be in this life, man. So the counsel that we bring to brothers, so when we tell you, man, y'all acting like y'all just know me. Leave out the counsel, man, y'all think how y'all gonna tell me? Because the Lord, it's the counsel of the Lord. Remember, who judgment is it? It's the Lord's judgment. We're just vessels to push the Lord's judgment.
That's it.
And then the funny thing about it, every spirit that we told you that you're working in,
Eventually, it's revealed.
It shows in face.
why? Why do we know that? Because we discern it through the scriptures. We ain't discerning because we just want to just know a person. No, we see that spirit do this right here this time, and then it did that, and it did that, and then we see that same spirit do that 100 times. So you get that same spirit on you. You think that spirit did something different? No, the spirit had already had his duty to do exactly what it's supposed to do. I hope brothers and sisters can catch that. The spirit already had the duty to do what it's supposed to do. So if you say, for instance, the spirit of a murderer, guess what the murderer gonna do? He gonna constantly keep doing what? He gonna constantly keep killing. He ain't gonna go to the store and just constantly keep stealing. No, he gonna constantly keep doing what? That's why we can discern the spirit, because that same spirit doing the same damn thing. He's just in a different person.
Because these ain't no damn new spirits. Brother be like, yeah, they think they know. Hey, brother. These ain't no damn new spirits, man. Right? We see that thing. I'm gonna tell you, just like the main spirit that the nation deal with, right? Multiple wives. Well, brother, how you gonna tell me now? It's lawful. How you gonna tell me I ain't ready? Negro, your ass ain't ready. You've been in the truth 2 weeks.
Oh, what brother say? I'm tell you what brother say. Hey man, I'm coming to y'all congregation, man. Y'all got some women in there? What the?
Nah, brother.
No, brother. Hey man, no. Hey, our address is
Give a big T. Don't give this.
Loose hair address.
Don't come here, brother. But I ain't never had that kind of spirit on me. I ain't never showed y'all I was that kind of guy. You showing it to us now. Because you asking about some damn other wives, but you know your ass ain't ready for this shit. Stop playing. Alright? That's why the Bible says, no, you're not your own self. It's hard to know yourself sometimes. It's hard not to see that you got a spirit on you. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, it is major lust behind that spirit. It ain't in the spirit of what is good for. It's the spirit of that's what I want. Again, lust, strong desire, a strong want, right? 1 Thessalonians 4:3.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 3. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel.
You see that? The Lord is telling us that every one of us should know how to possess his vessel. You should know good things that are good for your eyes and things that you need to make a covenant with your eyes for. Situations that you should go into and situations that will be okay or prohibited for your spirit. Right? Everybody should know how to possess their vessel. But let's be real, can't you? Right? Read that again.
That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel.
Should. You should. You've been in that damn vessel for 25 years. You've been in that vessel for 38 years. You should know what's good for you and what's not good for you. You ought to know that coming to the captain talking about some damn second wives, multiple wives right now ain't good for you. But yet, here we go in counsel.
What would be one of the ways if a person said, you know what, I want a multiple wife? What would be one of the ways that a brother, we would be like, no.
If he don't have his own house.
If he don't, first of all, if he don't have his own place.
He don't got a job.
Second of all, we don't have a job. Like, we just running down the line.
And hold on, that ain't even the case. Negro McDonald's is not gonna cut it. Now we know we won't a man working, you are in order with the Lord, right? I hate when women do try to put that on the man. Well, he worked there. But brother, it's not a knock to you, but nah, that ain't gonna work. That's not enough.
Because she more than cheeseburger.
Come on, man.
So we got job, we got what else? We got house, what else we got? Car. Those are minor things. So that's the main thing.
Build up.
Can you do you just what we just read? It says, what did we just read?
Verse 4.
Verse 4, read it up.
That every one of you should.
Hold on.
Should.
You should what?
Know how to possess his vessel.
You know how to possess your own vessel. Do you know how to be in the truth? Do you know how to withstand yourself in the truth? Because a lot of brothers and sisters don't know how to withstand themselves in the truth. Because when they somebody see the spirit on them, then guess what, man? F them niggas. You don't know how to be in the truth. You get on counsel. I ain't listen to none they say. You don't know how to be in the truth. Why? Because you don't want no truth. You don't want it, right? It's something y'all better start thinking about, man.
They come on it, man. And that's a great point, man. Because you should be able to know. But like I said, yet and still we in counsel giving you the proper understanding, because a lot of times it takes for somebody else to see that spirit on you. That's through the scriptures. If that's my brother, and I go to war with my brother every weekend, right? Call my brother on the phone sometimes. My brother called me on the phone sometimes. I'm knowing him to the point that if you start talking about something that you ain't never talked about, if you start indulging in things that you ain't never indulged in, if you have cares of things that you once never cared about, well, you got a spirit on you. Oh, how you gonna know? How you tell, brother? I've been around you. This is why the Bible wants us to gather together, so that you can have people around you, and somebody that when you go into your Ecclesiastes 4 and 9, when you go into your 2 is better than 1, that's the damn reason why. When one falls, you have a better chance of what? Getting lifted back up by his other brother, man. Right? Just like with brothers, no. Let's get there right quick. Let's go to 1 Samuel. First Samuel 16. That's why you gotta have like-minded brothers and sisters around you, man. Yes, exactly. 16 will start at 14.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 14.
Bring it out.
But the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him.
Now, you know, this is Saul, man, a great leader amongst Israel at this time, right? Before this evil spirit got on him, right? Saul was doing away with the spirits and things of that nature. He had told everybody you couldn't use divination and things of that nature anymore. Until that evil spirit got on him, he started using divination and damn stuff. Right? Bringing back up Samuel. But the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and now an evil spirit came into Saul. Right? Read on.
Verse 15. In Saul's servants.
And Saul who?
In Saul's servants.
Now Saul said it himself.
In Saul's servants.
Now Saul seen this thing himself, man.
In Saul's servants.
What did they say?
Said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from God troubleth thee.
Because they seen Saul acting different. This not the same leader. You not the same Saul. You just did away with divination and things of the nation. Now you talking to us about doing it again? It takes a brother or a sister of your nation to sometimes let you know, man. It takes your brother or your sister sometimes to let you know when you got a spirit on you, man. And like I said, we don't like that. We don't like to be told stuff. And you got a spirit on you. I mean, like I said, the main thing is control. You got to be real with yourself. You should be able to possess that vessel and understand it. Guess what? I'm going to be real with myself and say, sometimes I'm not in control. Come on, man. That's what this truth is about, man. Right? For the most part, I can be in control. But at some points where I'm not in control, you got to be able to admit that, man. Because no matter what everybody say, you can be in control. But when you are not in control, that's when the evil spirit jump on you. MF can sit here today, any one of y'all can sit here today to say, I ain't never had a spirit on me. I've been the same. The damn lie. That means at one point, you lost control. Nigga. At one point, you lost control. But telling somebody that you lost control, who you talking to? You don't tell me I lost control? Yes. Saul's servants had to tell him that he had a spirit on him, man. He couldn't see it. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see the spirit on him. But brothers and sisters around you will. Brother call you, hey, man, I ain't dealing with that S no more. You're like, damn, brother, that don't sound like you. Talking against the scriptures. Ain't nothing gonna be able to work in this. The Lord ain't meant this, but nobody know the power of God. Yeah, brother, you talking like you got a spirit on you. It takes your fellow brothers and sisters to see that, to call that spirit out. What it takes for you to do is be understandable of that, man. To understand that that's somebody trying to help you. Because I'm gonna tell you, you can make one false move when a spirit is on you, and that'll dictate the rest of your life.
That's right. Right. And even what I just touched on, man, those things is heavy. Those spirits be prevalent mainly, guess what? In marriages. You got the sisters, guess what? When your husband that you know, a brother has been in this walk, being diligent in this truth, telling you that you got a spirit on you, you should trust that thing, man. You know, you should trust it, man. These things, like you said, if sisters not able to kiss themselves, you're not ready to be married. You don't like correction, you don't like those things. For sisters that are married, these are things that you must pay attention to. My husband that has a great, guess what, understanding of the scriptures, proven in the truth, he's letting you know that you do have a spirit. Hey, you got to believe that thing, man. Believe that thing, guess what? Correct those things. Ask him to give you the precepts to get you back in the spirit.
That's right.
Go ahead, huh?
Go down through that thing. But damn, let me see if I got it. Not like that. Hold on, because I forgot. Not like it. I forgot brother did say that earlier. We ain't going down through that like that. But we want to go and look at yourself. Well, let me look at myself and see if I do got a damn spirit on me. And how this nigga gonna tell me I got a spirit on me and this nigga got a spirit on him? He might know a few things about spirits on somebody else. Look at it. He might be right. Or it might be that he got a spirit on him. You just never know. But go and look at it, man. Consider it. That's what Timothy said in 2 Timothy. He said, consider this, man. Give it some consideration. Damn, I got a spirit on me. Damn, another witness came and said I got a spirit on me. I need to take this thing into consideration, man. Right? It's all for the help, man. Go ahead, all right.
So after, like I was going into, the servants had to tell him that he had a spirit on him, right? Verse 16.
Verse 16. Let our God now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on the harp.
Right, read on.
And it shall come to pass when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well.
So basically, guess what? He gonna get a person with basically going to get a person that can play good on the harp. It's gonna get the evil spirit off of them. Just like if a brother telling a brother or a sister telling a sister they got an evil spirit and we giving you precepts to get the evil spirit off of you, this is the same thing. It's no different, right? Read.
Verse 17. And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well and bring him to me.
No, Saul sat here and argued with somebody saying that no, I ain't got no evil spirit on me. Read that again.
And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well and bring him to me.
This is a person that hearkened to damn counsel. This ain't a person that sit here argue back and forth. No, I don't have it on me. No, I ain't do this. No, he literally hearkened into counsel.
And take in consideration, this is the king.
Right.
That's some heavy stuff. Brothers call themselves kings, but you ain't listening to counsel.
That's right.
That's some heavy stuff right there. Go ahead.
Great point.
And so, by him listening to counsel, what happened? The evil spirit did what? It left him. At this particular time, it did, right? It left him. What if he would have argued back and forth? That evil spirit would have did more. Would have did what? It would have increased. It would have got worse. And this is what we trying to get brothers and sisters to see. Go ahead.
That's right. Hey, that's a great point. Go ahead.
Real quick, what is the harp that we play now to get spirits off of brothers and sisters? The scriptures. The harp that we play now on a spiritual level is the scriptures. When brothers is playing a tune to you, your tune to get that particular scripture off, guess what? You got to go and listen to that tune. And go and read and meditate on those things. Go ahead, Doc.
Abraham, what precept we going to next, man? We just went to 1 Samuel 15.
See, brothers locked in. Revelation 6 and 1.
All praises, my boy. All praises.
Man.
Man, I'm for real. Did he say that again?
Yes,
Bro, I'm gonna throw this water bottle at you, man. You must have been saying this since damn Thursday. Galatians. Man, stop it, man. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1, man. It takes a spiritual brother or sister to try to help you get off that spirit, man.
All praise.
No.
The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault,
If a man or woman be overtaken in a fault or overtaken in what? A spirit. If a spirit is overtaken, my brother or sister, read.
ye which are spiritual,
Ye which are spiritual. What?
restore such a one in the spirit of meekness.
Restore him. You see that? It might take your brother or your sister to restore you, man. To bring you back to life, to let you know that, hey, bro, you was tripping for a minute. Glad to see you doing good, though. You knocked that out. Hey, you won yourself for a minute. You had a spirit on you. But it takes someone spiritual. What is spiritual?
Romans 7 and 14.
I like that, but what's the one I'm looking for?
Romans 6 and 63. First Romans 7.
1 Corinthians 14 and 37. Let's get there right quick. Because it said take one to spiritual. Because there's a lot of people walking around here talking about, oh, I'm spiritual. Oh, I'm so spiritual, brother. Oh, I'm a spiritual being. I'm a spiritual being. Yeah, I'm very spiritual. It's a lot of people walking around talking about they spiritual. But if one is going to restore you, let's see what the kind of spiritual person you want to restore you.
Read it. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 37.
Bring it out.
If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord.
So it's going to take a brother or sister that is what? Keeping the commandments, man, to bring you back, to restore you, to pump the laws back into you, right? Get back on who you was, man. Many a times, man, you hear brothers and sisters, man, that just wasn't acting themselves for a while. Had spirits on them. And it took for that spiritual brother or sister to restore them, man. Brother, you better than this. Brother, get up out that dunghill, man, right? Brother, you're not yourself right now. Eat a Snicker, man. All right, go get your Snicker, brother, because you're not yourself.
Get on the good foot.
That's right. So it's going to take the gathering of the nation for us to be able to combat these spirits, man. Right? But you got to be able to consider this thing and understand where we're going. So, where would it be easier for spirits to attack, or who? Like,
The women, the weaker vessel.
huh?
The weaker vessel.
Who is that?
The women
The women?
and new brothers.
The new brother. Hey, I like it. Hey, well, like I said, we get to it because you in the spirit right now. It's easier for that damn spirit to attack the weaker vessel, to attack the woman, because what will men do? Men is gonna do things that please the woman, right? We've seen an account of a lot of our forefathers, man. We've seen the account of a lot of our forefathers, mighty men, be taken into faults because of women. Right? Is this something that we making up? Are we just saying this? No, this is scripture. Go to 1 Peter 3:7. Let's see. Hell, it was from the beginning of time. Where can we go, brothers? We can go to Genesis. Who did the serpent beguile? Because I'm going to tell you, you get that spirit on you, man, that woman will put that damn spirit on you, man, you can't get it off you, man. Say, I said, let's be ready. This is for the women to understand that it's gonna take a heavy magnitude of spirituality of keeping these laws for women to keep those spirits off them. At any given moment, a woman can get a spirit on them, man. Real quick. I'm talking about real quick. Read this.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 7.
Bring it out.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Dwell with them according to knowledge. Read.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Giving honor to the wife as unto the weaker vessel. The scriptures back this up. The woman is the weaker vessel from the beginning of time. The serpent beguiled Eve, man. Not downgrading sisters, not throwing shots, but being understandable, being able to understand this thing. This is what the scriptures say. You got to be able to consider this thing, sisters. It's gonna take some strong desires of the Lord for sisters to keep those spirits off them, man. Because the serpent beguiled Eve. A woman can catch a spirit within a second. Right? It's easier for that woman, for that spirit to attack that woman. Does that mean that the men don't get attacked by spirits? No, that's not what we're saying. I said, where is it easier for that spirit to attack? The woman. Let's get some understanding on this thing, though. Let's go to 1 Idris, man. Chapter 4. Now we know, like I said, we talked a lot of this. We talked about this in Camp 101, man. But you go into 1 Idris chapter 4. What is it talking about? It's talking about the three strongest things, right? Men, they are given they are producing their causes on what would be the strongest thing to them. One said that the strongest thing is wine, right? One of the other brothers said that the strongest thing would be with the king. The third brother said that the strongest thing would be what? Women and truth. Women and truth. Let's see why he said it. You got something? Let's see why he said it. Let's jump to verse 13. Let's read that.
The book of 1 Idris, chapter 4, verse 13.
So the first brother gave his producing cause on why he thought wine would be the strongest. The second brother produced his cause on why he said that the king would be the strongest. Now the third brother is going to produce his cause and show why he thinks that wine and truth will be the strongest. Read.
1 Idris, chapter 4, verse 13. Then the third, who had spoken of women and of the truth, this was Jerubbaal, began to speak. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or have lordship over them? Are they not women?
So he said, are they not women? Read.
Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land.
Read on.
Even of thee came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyard. From whence the wine cometh.
From whence the wine cometh. Right? Read on.
These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men. And without women cannot men be.
So he give an understanding of how strong women are exactly, man, right? We always let the sisters know, man, that women are a big play a big part in the nation of Israel, man. Because in order to know a nation is in order, it starts with the women, right? So he's letting them know women make garments. No, you know, Sister Dorcas made great garments, man. We're for our brothers and sisters. We know sisters in the congregation, man. Do great jobs of making shirts and garments for brothers, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 16. So like verse 17. Or verse 18. Yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver, or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty?
So it said a man is went and gathered gold and silver. He said, but do he not still love a woman of beauty? Read on. Just the point.
And letting all those things go, do they not gape? And even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her.
Gape is going into what? Strong, like looking. I just told Kyrie that he was looking and he had his mouth open. Like, that's what gape is going into, right? Read that again.
And letting all those things go, do they not gape? And even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her.
Read on.
And they, it's like, and have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold or any goodly thing whatsoever.
Because all the money you can get. I was just at the at work the other night. The boxer dude that just fought Tank Davis, Frank Martin. He came. Came with his partners and stuff, man. What did he have with him? A bunch of women. What did he come and ask me? Hey man, you know somebody selling bottles? Because he trying to please them. They want to drink. I said, you drink? He said, no, I don't drink. You know, he's boxing. I'm not drinking. But he's trying to get some liquor so the women can drink. He trying to do this for them. He going around asking people, right? This is what we do. That woman is more comely than the riches and the gold that we have, because even if we do have that, we have that in order to get what? Let's be real. Ain't nobody finna go get all these riches and gold and then not have nobody to share it with. Come on, man. Because the Lord made it that way, man. He made it that way. He made it for a man to leave father and mother. We're going to get down to it. We're going to keep reading. Read on.
Verse 20. A man leaveth his own father that brought him up.
A man leave his own father and mother that raised him, that nourished after him, cleaned his dirty diaper, right? Cleaned his little butt. All your life, took care of you, bought food for you every day, nourished you, brought you up. A man leaves father and mother, read,
that brought him up in his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife.
And cleaveth unto his wife. All right, this is the way the Lord said this thing. Go read.
He sticks not to spend his life with his wife, and remember neither father nor mother nor country.
So he sticks around, forget father, right? I love, you know, they love their daddy, they love their mother. But we always ask the question, you know, and people get this thing wrong too. You ride in the car with your mother and your wife, who ride in the front seat?
Wife.
A lot of people get that thing wrong. Mama, come in the front. Yeah, mama, you better get your ass in the back seat. Mama, you ain't sleeping with this woman.
And don't be crafty. Man, my front seat big enough for my mama and my wife. No, brothers. Don't be crafty.
You don't give a damn if you had a big van. Get on the second row, mama. You on the second row. This first row right here is for the wife. Stop playing, right? Read on.
Verse 22. By this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman?
You labor and toil, go make that money, and then go straight give it to her. Come on, man. Here you go. Here go the check for this week. Guess what? Walk out the house, go do it again. Next week, here go the check this week. Walk out the house, go do it all over again. That's the care. That's going into the cares of the world, right? Because you care for that woman, right? To make sure that they give her that due benevolence. Read.
Verse 23. Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal.
Negro going rob and steal. What are you doing? Read.
To sail upon the sea and upon rivers.
Read.
And looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he had stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love.
This Negro went into some dangerous situations. Dangerous. This Negro outside in the dark with lions where they roam and they habitation. With the sword. Robbing. Go get the spoils. Is he finna enjoy that himself? No, he's, hey, come home, baby. I got something for you.
That's right. You can be like, and he come here, hey, baby, count this. This right here, you.
Yeah.
What she do for you, though? What did she do? Did she do anything? No, brother.
You went out there and put your life on the line.
That's right. But guess what? But because you love her, guess what you do? You do this. All right? But a lot of times, you know what? Or brothers don't love their sisters. Guess what? That's why it's hard for brothers to have twice. Because can you love two women like that the same damn way?
For real.
Put that in your pipe and smoke that one.
That's right.
Do you feel the same way about the two? What about 2 or 3 or 4 or 7 1,000 like Solomon or something?
Right.
But if you can feel that way about 2, hey, I want to see where your wisdom is. We need to see it. Right? Go ahead.
Here come. Let's keep reading.
Come. Verse 25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father and mother.
Come on.
Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits.
Hold
for women.
on. Read that again.
25.
So like verse 25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father and mother.
So why do some brothers love their mother and father more than they love their wife? Why do brothers do that? Man, I bet your sister can answer the question. You brothers act like y'all scared to answer the damn question. Why do brothers do that? I'm gonna tell you why brothers do that. Because you don't want to give her no power at all. That's why brothers do that. Oh man, I ain't gonna put her over my mom, not my mama. I ain't gonna put my wife over my mama. I ain't gonna do that. But brothers do that. But in the scriptures, guess what, man? Do your mama come before your wife? Your ass going all the way off, man. All right? Guess what? If your wife get to argue with your mama, hey, we finna get ready to go. You ain't got to disrespect her, but we finna go. Right? God dang it, but we finna go, right? I ain't saying to bust your mama head or nothing like that. Drown in the toilet or something. No, I ain't saying all that, but no. To keep that confused, come on, baby, let's go. Oh, you finna leave with her? Yeah, mama, I'm finna leave with her. I'm gone. Right. Why would you even ask me this? I'm shocked. You feel like you're clutching my pearl. Right? I'm shocked. Right? Go ahead.
Keep coming, man. Read 26.
Verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women.
Men have run out of their wits for women. This is why this is brought up, man. Because as easy as it is for that spirit to attack that woman, a man will run out of his wits for a woman, man. A man will go do some wild stuff for a woman, man. It just shows you. Go out there and put his life on the line. Go out there and rob. Jack boy. Some Negro barefaced. I don't give a damn he saw me. I'm gonna go take this back home to my old lady. Right? Men have run out of wits for women. And it said many men. The spirits that be on them women, man, that'll have you running crazy, man. And have you running around like a chicken with your head cut off, man. Read it again.
Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
Read that again.
And become servants for their sake.
And Negro, you done turned into a servant for the sake of a woman. Your every mean and your every move and make is now to please this woman. You just want to keep her happy. That's strong. That's strong lust and desires and for women, man. But just how strong that is, show you how strong that spirits can be on them, man.
And that lets you know how sisters go off too. When you got a husband, he a servant, and that's not saying that the man don't supposed to be the servant of the household. It's not to say that. But I'm gonna bring you into this aspect. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna give you none unless you do this. You don't make this man a servant to you.
That's right.
Yeah, sisters, yeah, because y'all sisters be doing that. And your body don't even belong to you. It belongs to the Most High, but guess what? You can't hold off from her and she can't hold off from you. But now, I can't do this. If you give me this, then I'll give you some. What the hell? You just sold some goddamn, what you call it, man, to him. That's what you basically just did. You can say that if you want to, but you just sold it. Man, we got to start letting that thing be truthful, man, because look at God with you and every man be a liar. You just sold your private part to this man. Only way I do this, only way I'm gonna have sex with you, and if you do this, you just sold it. I ain't saying that's my husband. Yes, you just sold it to him. You sold it. Now, right? So what's the difference between you and Mary Magdalene, right? Right? You and a prostitute. It's no different.
What's the difference between you and that girl out there on Aaron Hines, man? Come on. That stuff we gotta think about, man. Read 27.
Verse 27. Many also have perished, have erred in sin for women.
Read that again.
Many also have perished.
Many have perished.
Have,
Read.
have erred.
Have went off. Read.
In sin.
And committed sin for what?
For women.
For women, man. That's strong. Man. Many have erred, went off, and committed sin for women. Right? Let's go to Judith 16:7 while we're in the pocket. Show you how strong that desire is for a woman, because this precept right here, you know what I got beside this precept right here? This is why women can't go to camp. You know, the Battle Axes sisters just always be like, can we come to camp? We want to come out there. You know, sometimes we used to let them come out there, right? But no can do. Judith 16:7. We'll start at 6. I got, this is why women can't go to camp. No camp. The book of, some camps might deal with it, we ain't dealing with it. Let's see why.
You said you want to start at 6?
Yes, sir.
The book of Judith, chapter 16, verse 6. But the Almighty Lord had disappointed them by the hand of a woman.
Disappointed these heathen nations that we were trying to beat by the woman. Read on.
For the mighty one did not fall by the young men. Neither did the sons of the Titans smite him.
It said the mighty ones, these men didn't fall by the Titans of the men. Right? Read on.
Nor high giants sit upon him.
They didn't fall by the giants or the strong soldiers at that time. But how did they fall?
But Judith, the daughter of Merari, weakened him with the beauty of her countenance.
Say, with the beauty of her countenance. We out there at camp, you can't teach. Because you worried about your wife's, the beauty of her countenance, somebody talking to her. Somebody saying something to them. Somebody doing something wicked, walking by, spit. You can't have the work of the Lord on your mind, going back into that 2 Timothy, right?
Right.
Now you worried about things that's not good for you being a soldier right now. Not saying that it's not good to worry about it, but the woman won this battle. Judith won this battle by what? Her beauty. Her beauty attacked these people, man. Everybody walk up with the gazing eyes. Guns drawn, swords out. But they getting attacked because they're over here gazing eyes with their mouth wide open. Dang, that's a beautiful woman. Bow, bow, oh! Right? They don't understand it, man. You get attacked. That's another way to show you that women, that's the line over are the strongest, man. Right? Those spirits can get on those women, and guess what? Now that spirit get on you, it's going into the class, man. But this is why we say women can't go to camp right here, because their beauty, man, of a woman that counts of them will what? Distract. Basically distract brothers, man, from doing their work, man. Right?
Will weaken him.
Weaken him.
Right? Because we already know. Boy, you be out there, we done been seeing all kind of stuff out here, man. Women be out here, and guess what? First thing what a brother do, they look over at us teaching, then they look at them. Box of puppies or some soldiers. Box of puppies or some soldiers, right? They gonna go to the box of puppies. They not gonna mess with the soldiers. And guess what's gonna happen? Man, we've seen brothers do all kinds of stuff. One time I pull out this stuff where he just right from the sisters, for real. Snow cocaine, all on the cameras. Brother, get your, brothers all over the house at the sisters. They like, brother, leave them sisters alone. Come deal with us. Hey, get y'all, man. Brother, leave them sisters alone. Come deal with us. Get y'all. This is what brothers do, right? And if this your wife he's talking to, guess what's gonna happen? But you will get up on white face. Now you know we get you, brother.
Right.
Give the explanation, because I know something. Hey, yes, this is what we use. Women don't count. You make sure y'all put that down beside that thing.
That's right. Let's go to, because it said by the countenance of her beauty. Because a lot of times women, that's why, let's just go to 1 Peter 3:3. Shalaki, let's go to 1 Timothy 2:9.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness, in sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
This is why the Lord says for a woman not to use her beauty for the ultimate adorning of herself. Not saying that women are not to be right to make them to look good, right? To clean themselves up, make themselves look nice. But that don't need to be your first part of beauty. Now let's go to 1 Peter 3:3. Right? Because women, that's the tactic that women use. Get beautified. Oh, I'm finna look real good for you. He ain't gonna be able to take his eyes off me today. Yep. I got this hair done. I got the edges laid down. I kept this hair wrap on all night to lay these edges down. I slept on my face. I put 2 pillows on the left and right so I wouldn't slide over to the left or the right, so I could keep this hair just curled enough, right? Women have to understand that the Lord don't want that to be your first beauty, right? Because women will do that. They'll use that on us, brothers. Just showed how beautiful Judith was. Want to walk for us, we knocked them out because of her beauty. Now read 1 Peter 3:3.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 3. Whose adorning let it not be that which that. It's like, let it not be that outward adorning.
It don't need to be the outward adorning. Women like to use sometimes that against you and have you looking at the outward adorning of them, right? Like I said, not saying that it's a sin enough for a woman to look nice and beautiful, but don't let that be your don't let that be your altar of beauty. Oh, this is what I want to get him with. Right? Read.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning, or plaiting the hair.
The plaiting of the hair. This is what this is going into, right? Not saying that women can't braid their hair and things of that nature, but don't let that be your leader of the lead of your adorning. Read.
And of wearing of gold.
Don't let the jewelry and the accessories, right? The earrings and the nose rings and all this. Don't let that be the adorning of your beauty, right? Read.
Or of putting on off apparel.
Or the extra accessories that you use, right? This is what women use sometimes, brothers. They put you in that lust, they put you in that spirit of lust, and now I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Women ought to be adorned in modest apparel, like we read in 1 Timothy. You ought to want him, make him want your mind. That's what today's world is. Women actually think they can make it through just because of how they look. You know me, I work at the club. You gonna charge me? You damn right, $20. Oh, brother, you wrong. Well, brother, you wrong. I'm right. I don't want to hear that. Oh man, I don't give a $20. When you pay for it, then that's right. So they say you look that good, well, give me 40. Because somebody giving you money. Why don't you pay my way now? But you just told a brother that you got to do. So would your dude be happy with somebody else paying your way in the club? Come on. I mean, just give me the $20 and we ain't got to keep talking about this, man. Your adorning and your beauty, you think that you look so good that you ain't got to pay. Stop it, man. But that's what women do. They like to use the outward adorning right now to get a man. That's how they do it. Like I said, I work down there right by Harry Hines and Walnut Hill. And they walk down there with nothing on. They don't want you to know nothing about their mind. They don't want you to know who they are. Just look at what I got on. Don't you want it? That's a enticing that women use. And not saying women in Israel. You know, we mind the women modest dress, but still, even though you come modestly dressed, you still don't want that outward appearance to be your lead, right? Because a brother will see that, and that's what he wants. Then, like I said, when that lust doesn't conceive itself, now it's done for. It's done, right? And you get home, take out the head wrap, then her go everywhere. Fall to the left, to the right, her looking like Lisa Simpson. Her Mars or something. Her just everywhere. You're like, damn, that ain't what it looked like with the hair wrap and the gold and the jewelry. That's why you don't want to leave with it, right? Y'all understand that, sister? Let's go to Proverbs 31. Let's go to Proverbs 31 and 30. Proverbs 31, sister. But bringing it back to the class, this is a heavy situation in Israel to cause brothers to what? Go into lust and sin, man. The outward appearance of a woman, the adorning, the plaited hair, the gold, right? That's why the brother made this point that women are the strongest, man. Because we go out our way for them, man. We ain't gonna get no gold and not give it to our and not have a woman to serve, right? But evil spirits are easier to be on those women, and guess what? That'll be a spirit on a woman. Oh, I'm gonna get real good, looked up real nice. I'm gonna get real looks, and I'm gonna get some looks today. Sis ain't come to class to learn. Sis came to class to look nice and to be seen. Like I said at the beginning of the class, some women straight looking for husbands in this truth, man. Some women are straight looking for husbands, man. That's it, that's all. They'll play that good game with you, right? Say, no, really, no. right? But their end game is that they just want a husband, man. But if you get enticed by that spirit, now you in the house wrestling with a damn lion, man. Lion on line now. You down there having to throw jabs at them, man. I can't do it no more, Cap. Got the fisticuffs, right? She getting the best of you. She got the windmill you. You don't know how to beat the windmill. You can't get in there. Coming up with tissue in your nose. Won't stop bleeding. Oh man, I just didn't want to hear right. That windmill got on your ass.
We know.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Yeah, that sounds good, brother. But let's go to Proverbs 31 and 30.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 30.
Bring it out.
Favor is deceitful.
Favor is deceitful, man, right? A lot of times the beauty of a woman, that's deceitful, man. Because that's not who she really is. Clothes don't make up a woman. Earrings and eyelashes, designer and braids and jewelry, it doesn't make that's not who that woman really is. That goes into lust, what you see. Read that again.
Favor is deceitful. And beauty is vain.
Because a lot of times, brothers and sisters, beauty is vain. Temptations had a song, beauty is only skin deep, right? Your beauty should not be the beauty on the outside. It should be the beauty of who that woman actually is. The love that she has of the Lord, the care that she has for you and the Most High God, right? That's where the beauty lies. Skin deep. It's within that woman, right? Because beauty is vain, man. You have the most beautifulest demon in your house. I got a beautiful wife. Yeah, but she didn't let us know she a damn demon. You didn't let us know those scratches come from her on your face. You just had to fight her last night. Yeah, that's a beautiful demon.
Yeah, battle axe got to fight a battle cat at the house.
That's right.
Like, for real. Scratch your ass all the way. Scratch your ass all the way up, man.
This is for the brothers to understand, man. Don't look on a woman of her beauty and be wanting to take her because of her beauty, man. You get to know these women, man. You get to know them. That's what we're trying to put back into the nation right now. All right? Let's go to
hold on for a second. Jump on to verse 3.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women.
That's why the scripture tells us don't give your strength unto them. Right? Read.
Nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings.
Nor thy ways to that which destroy kings. Right? Because what we just read in Judah was what? How, guess what? The mans and the soldiers, they couldn't get to the king, but guess who got to him? The woman. That's why the Lord said, don't give our strength to them, man. Right? And women, don't use what you got to try to get your damn strength, man. Right? It's a vice versa thing, man. Because I know a lot of sisters, I know y'all should be striving. What he's reading in Proverbs 31 is what? What kind of woman? A virtuous type of woman, right? If we read about a virtuous woman, y'all should be striving to be a virtuous woman. If you a woman of the Lord, trying to be a woman of the Lord, you should want this, right?
you got somebody.
Yeah, read that again now. 3.
Yeah, verse 3.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women. Read it again now. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings.
That thing is heavy. So, shots fired. Like how we tell brothers to catch themselves in real time. Brother, I hope you catch yourself in real time.
Because
I just hope so, brother. You'll be a call after class. You'll get tired. Go ahead,
it's a big con, man, for real. Because then once you take on a woman for her beauty, basically what does that lust do? It leaves and die off. All right, but she's beautiful, but like I said, it's a beauty damn devil. It's a beautiful devil. Then, like I said, you can have, she don't even look that good like she was. It's all right. Like, she all right. Now, that lust gone. It went from, oh, man, how she look, beautiful. Oh, she beautiful, You know what I mean? How she look, oh, she beautiful. To, she all right, man. She look all right, right?
She's straight.
Because now that lust gone. That was that 1 John 2:17 we pulled.
That's right.
Right? That's that 1 John 2:17. Now that lust has left. That adorning that you wanted to fall into, that sin, that lust that you have for that outward appearance is now gone. And this is why, let's go to Tobit chapter 8. This is why Tobit said this. Tobit chapter 8, verse 7.
The book of Tobit, chapter 8, verse 7. And now, O Lord, I take not this, my sister, for lust, but uprightly.
This is what Tobit asked the Lord. Don't let me take this woman just after lust, man. That's not going to work, brothers. A relationship is not going to be strong taking a woman after lust. Off of what you see, the desire of what you think she is. So prayed to the Lord and said, don't even let me take this sister, man, after lust. Don't let me lead with lust, right? Read on.
I take not this, my sister, for lust, but uprightly. Therefore, mercifully ordain that we may become aged together.
That we may become aged together. Tobit said, I want this thing to what? Make it laugh, you know, already. We want keys. I want this thing to keep sweat, Lord. Ever. He said, I want this thing to keep sweat, Lord. If I take this woman for lust, I know that it's not going to be a keep sweat thing, man. Right?
And I'm going to ask brothers too, and sisters, I want to know this. When you get a wife, and it's true, are you trying to get a wife to make it for the duration? Because this is what Tobias wanted. He wanted a wife for a duration to the end of time. He didn't want a wife just for a, what you call it back in the day called wham bam thank you man. Right? He wanted her, he's going to take her, and he was going to, guess what? He wanted to have this woman, whatever they went through, they was going to have to go through together. Right?
A lot of niggas want a second wife for a damn fling. And they think you're going to be able to come back. Well, it didn't work. Well, brother, go make it work in another camp. I'm telling y'all, man, that thing is getting serious, man.
Let me touch what Christ said, man. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6, right? We're going to go back. I know I'm going back.
Nah, we good on that.
We good.
We'll try to get to this last point of class and we're going to be done.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 22. Keep y'all this reading.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 6, verse 22.
Reading.
The light of the body is the eye.
He said the light of the body is the eyes. What that mean, brothers? Brothers, what that mean, the light of the body is the eyes? Anything you see, what? Come on, I need more. More fire. I need more fire.
4, 5, yeah.
What you get? Understand this. I need more though. He said the light of the body is the eyes. Meaning what? Whatever your first line of defense in your mind, and the things that when you see things, guess what? These are things that enter into the person's mind, enter into the person's body. It's through your eyes. So like the beauty of a woman, the first thing you see in a woman to make you want to even try a sister, or even want, the first thing you see is what? Her beauty.
That's right.
Right? So whatever comes in through your vision, this is the things you see, right? That's why I said the light of the body is your eyes. Guess what? This fire can be lit with inside you. Guess what? If I see another brother, say for instance how we come into the truth, if I see another brother, if they on fire in this truth, like dang, you literally physically see what? A brother on fire. And it makes what? You get that same light or same fire in you, right? It goes through your eyes because you have to see it, right? But watch this, read it.
The light of the body is the eye.
Right, read it.
If therefore thine eye be single,
It said, if your eyes be single, read.
thy whole body shall be full of light.
Meaning what? You're gonna be on one accord. Guess what? To keep that body, keep that fire lit, right? Verse 23 is report.
Verse 23, but if thine eye be evil.
So guess what? You know it's got to be. It's got to be something righteous when it's talking about your eye being single. It means being on one accord. But if your eyes be evil, meaning what? Even being taken by the beauty of a woman. If your eyes being evil, what happens? Read.
But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Why? Christ is talking into a parable, but it's meaning what? Your body will be led by what? Lust. This is where lust come in, right? Because if you was in singleness with the Lord, if your vision was full of light, guess what? It wouldn't be full of lust, right? But if it's not full of light, guess what? And you be in darkness, you know it's in sin, right? Read up.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
So guess what? If that light, it be darkness, meaning what? It showed you what darkness was. It was what? Evil. We just read it in the same verse. So how much is the darkness into your? How much the darkness is over your life? This is what brothers got to start getting in their mind thinking about too, especially like the beauty of a woman. Or a woman got to see the beauty of a man, because some of these brothers look good to these sisters, man. And guess what? These sisters live in the same world we live in. Guess what? They want to try some of y'all out, man. And guess what? Some of you brothers want to try some of them out too. But brothers gonna have to refrain from their appetite, man. Right? And sisters too, right? Go ahead, huh?
That's a great precept too, because like we say, like, how many brothers done looked at a woman and say, "Man, she's smart. I want to try her. I want to grow old with her. She's so smart. Man, she's so smart. Man, not one. Not one. Brothers, don't try to attack because you're lying. Not one. Ain't nobody looked at the woman and said, "Oh, she's so smart. I want to try her. I want to grow old. I want to be so old and smart with her." Well, oh man, we go start our own college.
She loves the Lord so much.
She loved the Lord.
How you know though? You know a lot of the times, because guess what? A brother or sister will pick a brother or sister that's not the truth.
For real.
That's how you know that, man. A lot of times they're not grounded in the truth. Even what I can say, they're not being led by the truth. You know, so those are situations on how you can see that, man, in real time. Good, huh?
Big con on that, man. So we see the spirit of lies and the spirit of lust and deceit, man, amongst Israel. And we got to be able to accommodate that with the law. And we got to be able to not accommodate that, but push that off with the law. We can't let that deceit and lust take over us, or else bad situations will occur, man. And you'll be led by that lust. And then guess what? Now, sin bringeth forth lust. And after sin bringeth forth lust, sin bringeth death after the lust. Right. After the lust has been conceived, now they bring forth death. So we want to make sure that we're washing them, man. Those spirits of lust and deceit are alive, man. You got to be able to combat that with the spirit of Christ, right? With the spirit of the bruise, man. The spirit of the congregation, right? That's why we always talk to the congregation, to get the spirits off the congregation, right? Always pray for your brothers and sisters, man. You don't want to come in here and it be spirits wrapped up like a word, man. That's what those righteous prayers do. Let's get into this last spirit of lies, though. Because he saw them some liars, man. Oh, he saw them grave, what? On their grave, they some liars. Let's go to Malachi 3 and 6. So now you get the spirit of lies on this church, man. to believe these lies. That's how we know they're the biggest reprobates. Because they literally believe the lies of the heathen. Man. Christianity is nothing but the heathen's religion. Right? Malachi 3:6.
The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
So we see that the Lord says verbatimly in his word that he does not change. He does not change. Yet Christians, Christian apologetics, yet all these people want to sit up here and say, well, he changed this. He changed and said that Israel ain't his people no more, and that he can let somebody else come in. He changed and said that. But the scriptures don't say that. That's a spirit on you, man. That's a heavy spirit of a demon of lying, man. To where you fall into line with that lie. And then this how you know, because when you tell one lie, what you got to continue to do? Keep telling another. This is why when we deal with Christians, they don't want to admit when we bring out precepts. They won't never admit. We'll always ask them, do you agree or disagree with that? Do you understand that? Yeah, well, let's go here. Or no, well, let's go here right quick then. Because now they're going to get their other lie point across to make sure that they can stand on that lie, right? But the Lord said that I changed not. So, where we going, Abraham? You better not say it. You better say it right. Where we going, Abraham? Where Christians love to go? Nah, you've been saying it all day wrong. Where we going?
What? Like you don't know.
This Negro is the Galatians King. We're going to Galatians. Galatians chapter 4, man.
How you say it?
Galatians. God.
I
What's
guess
on the end of that other word? God.
you know we just mentioned. You got a Christian be saying that Galatians.
Yeah.
What else did you say? Galatians.
Oh.
Colossians.
Galatians, that's right. So they always want to go to Galatians. But I bet a Christian will never go to this in Galatians. Right? They won't go to this Galatians right here. Next time a Christian say, can we go to Galatians? Be like, yeah. Only if I can go to Galatians with you. Man, what you mean? Yeah, we going together now. We going. I'm going to see what you got to say about this Galatians. All right? Let's go to Galatians chapter 4 and let's start at verse 22.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman.
So Abraham had two sons, right? Well, more, but we're talking about the two sons right now, right? We're talking about the one son from the bondmaid and the other by the free woman. What wife was the bondmaid?
That was
Hagar, right? Let's go. And then what woman was the free woman? Sarah, right? Let's go and let's go see what it says about this, man. Matter of fact, let's read down a little bit. We'll go back to it.
Come. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman.
Read on.
But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
But he that was born of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, right? Read.
But he of the free woman was by promise.
You see that? We in Galatians, and it's telling you that the one son was born of the flesh, but that the son of the free woman was born of the what? Of the promise. Of the promises, right? Let's go to Genesis 17. Right quick. Hold your precept, we're going to be going back and forth. Let's go to Genesis 17 and let's read 15. Let's line it up. Let's see who was born of the bondwoman and the free woman. What son? And let's see what the scriptures say about this. This is how you go to precept your Bible, precept upon precept. All right, you got to go to the old and the new. I was just telling the brother this last night at work. He was like, man, they be reading the Bible all wrong. I said, yeah, you got to read it precept upon precept. You got to go to things and bring it to life, right? Genesis 17 and 15.
The book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 15. And God said unto Abraham, as for Sarai, thy wife, thou shalt call her name Sarai.
Thou shalt not
call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be.
But Sarah shall her name be. Read on.
And I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her.
A mother of nations, kings of people shall be of her. Read.
Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? And Abraham said unto God, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee.
Because Ishmael was already born, right?
Right.
So Abraham is saying, well, we got Ishmael, it's good. He's basically saying, just take Ishmael, basically, right? But the Lord has other plans, right? Read on.
And God said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed.
Indeed. He said, Abraham, it's going to happen. Right? I'm not going to I ain't worried about Ishmael. I'm going to bear Sarah a son. Read.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
So he said, I'm going to make my covenant with him and an everlasting covenant. What was that he made? He gave him. What? There we go. What are we talking about in Galatians? What he said. One son was born of the flesh, the other was born of the what? Promise. There goes the promise. That's your covenant right there. That's your promise. Right? Let's jump over to 21.
Hold on, jump back up. Because remember, jump back up to verse 15.
Verse 15.
Read it again. Read verse 16, Salaki.
Verse 16. And I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations.
A mother of what?
A mother of nations.
Read on.
Kings of people shall be of her.
That's so pivotal because she only had one son. So that's letting you know it's coming straight through that specific lineage. We know Christians love to use this to say many nations out of South, but she only had one son. It's just going through that specific lineage, then going through the 12 tribes. That's how she had many nations and kings.
That's right.
Go ahead, Al.
Big Con, that's a great point. I'm glad they hit that. Because they love to say, oh, Abraham had many, the father of many nations.
Right.
But we see that the Lord said he's going to bless Sarah and have kings out of her with one son.
That's right.
That means it was going into the bloodline, right? That means that bloodline was going to be kings out of that bloodline. You understand that?
That's right.
But the spirit that they done had the lives, they want to try to put themselves into this thing. Go to Genesis 21, and we'll start at verse 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 1. And the Lord visited Sarah, and he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken.
So there go the promise. He visited Sarah as he had said and as he had spoken. Read.
It is like, for Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac.
Because this is what the Lord told Abraham, right? Sarah's going to conceive and bear a son. You're going to call him Isaac. Read.
And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac, his son, so like when his son Isaac was born unto him.
So we know and we see that there is nothing impossible with the Most High God, right? Read on.
And Sarah said, God had made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given child suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned.
So we see that Sarah indeed was the woman of the free woman, right? Of the promise, right? We see that Isaac, that bloodline, was the seed of the promise, which he said. But in Galatians, he's also said that he had a child by the bondwoman, right? Let's go to Genesis and jump back to 16, 1 through 4.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 1. Now Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children, and she had a handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar.
A what?
An Egyptian.
An Egyptian, right? This is the child of the flesh, right? Read.
Whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said unto Abram, Behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her.
By who?
By her.
By her. Read on.
And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarah. And Sarah, Abram's wife, took Hagar her maid. The Egyptians, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to husband Abram to be his wife.
Read verse 4.
And he went in unto Hagar.
And he went in into Hagar. This is the bondwoman, right? This is the child of the bondwoman right here. Read.
And she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
So let's go back to Galatians. Just to give point something. So we see that there was going to be two sons, the one by the bondmaid, which was Hagar, and the other by the free woman, which was Sarah, right? Read 23 again.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 23. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
But who was born after the flesh? Ishmael was born after the flesh. Read.
But he of the free woman was by promise.
And who was born of the promise? Isaac. Already.
Let me get a precept real quick, Doc.
Go ahead.
Let's go to Romans chapter 9, verse 7 real quick. Verse 8. This is what y'all can link up with these things. As precepts start to come out, brothers that are reading, sisters that are reading, you start to see how these precepts link up. Read this right quick.
The book of Romans chapter 9, verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Start at verse 8.
So like Romans chapter 9, verse 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise.
Of the what?
The children of the promise are counted for the seed.
So we see it plain that the children of the flesh go into what? Hagar, Ishmael, other sons and daughters that he had with Keturah. These are children of the flesh. These are not the people of the Most High God.
That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
Because that was going into the next precept. Let's get another one. Let's go to Galatians 3 and 16. It's another precept you can put with it. Jump over a page.
The book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 16. Now to Abraham and his seed,
singular, read,
were the promises made.
Promises made, right? Who were the promises for? What precept? According to Romans 9 and 7, right? Read on.
He said, not into seeds.
Not into seeds, because like I just ran through, right? Abraham had sons by Keturah. He also had sons by Hagar and Sarah. He said, not into seeds, right? Read.
It's like into seeds as of many,
read.
but as of one.
As of how many?
As of one.
As of one, man. Read on.
And to thy seed, which is Hamashiach.
And to thy seed, which is Christ. So we see running through it, go back to Galatians 4. So we see running through it that indeed that the bondwoman is Hagar. She had a son, Ishmael. The free woman, Sarah, her son, Isaac. And 23 says, read 23 again.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 23. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise.
Read 24.
which things are an allegory. For these are two covenants, the one from Mount Sinai, which gendered to bondage, which is Hagar.
So we know what an allegory is, right? Do you know what allegory is? You shaking your head. What is it?
Yeah, why I saying
What?
metaphor.
Say it again. I
Hey, what?
Metaphor.
break that down.
Yeah, it's because it's a little more.
It's like a comparison to something. Without using like.
Comparing two things
That's right.
to home in the point.
That's right. So it's a deeper meaning. It's basically saying that it's an allegory or a deeper meaning between this thing, right? Read 24 again.
Verse 24, which things are an allegory. For these are two covenants, the one from the Mount Sinai, which gendered to bondage, which is Hagar.
So it said these are the two covenants. Now we know we can go into covenants of what the law, Senate, sacrificial law, and the covenant in Deuteronomy that Moses brought to the children of Israel. But in this instant, it's going into two covenants, meaning to what? What do we think this is going into?
Two bonds.
There you go. I'll praise it. Two lots. This is what this is going into. The two covenants right here that is going into in 24 is going into the two lots of these children. The lot of Ishmael and the lot of Isaac. The lot of everybody else and the lot of the Israelites. Right? Let's go to the rest of Esther. Let's go to the rest of Esther. In the pocket. Right. Yeah, we're gonna start at we'll start at verse 8.
The rest of Esther in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 8. In the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews.
Because some nations, these nations, other nations, were assembled only to destroy our name. Right? That's the lies, that's the spirit that Esau has put on the Christian church to destroy the name of the true Jews. Right? Read on.
In my nation is this Israel.
Read that again.
In my nation is this Israel.
I said, plain upon tables, my nation is this nation Israel. Read.
Which cried to God and were saved. For the Lord had saved his people, and the Lord had delivered us from all those evils. And God had wrought signs and great wonders, which had not been done among the Gentiles.
What nation of people has the Lord brought signs and wonders to like he did to the nation of Israel? No nation. No nation has the Lord brought signs and wonders like he did to the children of Israel. I love this precept. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 4. Let's start at verse 32. Because the book of Galatians is showing you the difference between us, man. This is the New Testament. Yes. Make sure you hold your precept, but we're going back to the rest of us. So the Lord, Esther just told us that he dealt with this nation of people, with signs and wonders. Has he ever dealt with any other nation like this before? Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 32.
Bring it out.
For as now the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that God created man upon earth.
Since the day that God created man upon earth, man. So we see this is going into forever, right? Basically, we line it up to see that he's going to tell us about since forever. Read.
It adds from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there has been any such thing as this great thing is, as this great thing is, or has been heard like it.
Read on.
Did ever people hear the voice of God speaking out of the midst of fire?
Have any nation of people besides the children of Israel heard the Lord's voice speaking out of the midst of the fire? Have they? Who heard? Who was this? And what? That's right. Never heard of another nation hearing or the Lord dealing with in this kind of atmosphere, right?
That's right.
Read on.
As thou hast heard and lived, or as God has said to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation?
By what?
By temptations, by signs, and by wonders.
Has the Lord ever, from the beginning of time, when it took one nation from among all other nations? The rest of us is lining this thing up, letting you know. He said, my nation is Israel. The Lord chose who to be his nation of people? Israel. Has the Lord ever dealt with any other nation in the Bible that he's took them from among other nations? Read.
And by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that the Lord your God did for you in Egypt before your eyes.
Does the Lord deal with any nation how he dealt with the children of Israel, bringing us out of Egypt with a mighty hand, with the wonders, with the plagues that he put upon the Egyptians, the parting of the Red Sea, the turning of water into blood, the flies, the killing of every firstborn? Has the Lord dealt with any other nation in this aspect? No. Malachi 3:6 said, the Lord said, I change not. But this is a spirit that's on the Christian church, man. That's a strong spirit of deceit, man. Right? Because they want to they want to go to Galatians, they want to go to Romans, they don't want to go to the Galatians and the Romans that we go to, though. You ain't never heard a Christian say, let's go to Galatians chapter 4. Because it's actually running down the difference between the two lots, basically, right? Let's go back to the rest of Esther. Because Galatians 4:24, it says the two covenants. These covenants are going into when it says it's an allegory, these two covenants are going into the two lots, right? A lot of the Gentiles and a lot of Israel. That's why I love the shirt Israel versus everybody. Because that's what the lot is. That's what it's about. It's Israel versus everybody, man. These are the two lots. Read this. Go back to the rest of Esther.
The rest of Esther in Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 9 from the top. And my nation is this Israel, which cried to God and were saved. For the Lord had saved his people, and the Lord had delivered us from all the people. And God had wrought signs and great wonders.
Saying the same thing in Deuteronomy. The Lord wrought signs and wonders to show you who his nation of people was. The Lord ain't never did that with any other nation. Read.
Which have not been done among the Gentiles.
Read that again.
Which have not been done among the Gentiles.
Are these our words or these the words of the Lord? Which have not been done among the Gentiles. Read. Hold on. What Gentiles is this talking about? The heathen? Or the northern king? Come on, twin. Which one is it, man?
Heathen.
What Gentile is this?
Heathen.
They be saying, they be like, the heathen. The heathen. Right? Yeah, for real. Like he acting a question. This Gentile right here is going into the heathen nations, man. Two lots, right? Read.
Therefore, hath he made two lots.
How many lots?
Two lots.
This is what Galatians 4:24 is going into when it said two covenants. Right? These are the two covenants. These are the two lots. Read it again.
Therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of God, and another for all the Gentiles.
Read that again.
Therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of God,
one for the people of God,
and another for all the Gentiles.
And all the Gentiles is for the other, right? Read on.
And these two lots came at the hour, in time, in day of judgment, before God amongst all nations.
Verse 12.
So God remembered his people and justified his inheritance.
So God remembered his people and justified his inheritance, man. Our inheritance is justified through what? Through the scriptures. But let's go back to Galatians. And let's go back to 3 and let's read 15.
The book of Galatians, chapter 3, you said what? 15, verse 15. The book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 15. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed.
Yet if it what?
Yet if it be confirmed.
Yet if it be confirmed. Read.
No man disannulled it or added thereto.
We just confirmed this, man. We just confirmed this covenant that the Lord has made with Isaac, not with Ishmael, with the covenant that he had with the bondwoman, which was what? The 2 lots, and the covenant that he had with the free woman, right? Which is the bondwoman going into the Gentiles, the free woman going into Sarah, Israel, right? We just confirmed this, man. This has been confirmed. So they can't take away from this. They can try all they want to. But it said if it be confirmed, no man can what?
Disannul it.
No man can take it away. They can have a spirit on them all they want to. They can have spirit of deceit all they want to, but they can't take this away that the Most High has made. Galatians 4:24.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 24. Which things are an allegory. For these are the 2 covenants. The one from the Mount Sinai, which gendered to bondage, which is a God.
And it said a God gendered to what? Bondage. That lineage of those people, the Gentiles, the heathen Gentiles, gendered to bondage, going into bondage. All right? Read on.
For this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, in answer to Jerusalem, which now is, and is in bondage with her children.
And they gonna be answering to us, right? Right? You see that? They're gonna be answering to Jerusalem, man. Now read 26.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So we pull this precept all the time to show you that in fact Jerusalem is above Africa, right? We pull this for landmass. But in this instance, what are we saying right here? That's what I just pulled for, brother.
What's the point there?
But what are we homing into? What is it saying right now? Key words in this. A what? Which is above. What precept are we going to?
7 and 6.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Now we're getting an understanding in this instance where it says Jerusalem is above. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Right? Like I said, we pull this a lot of times to show land placement and landmass of Jerusalem being the motherland of us all.
Hold on real quick, man. Read verse 3 and 15 again, man. That thing is here.
It is, man.
Read that out.
Go back to Galatians 3 and 15
Real quick.
The book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 15. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed,
Like I said, it is confirmed in the Old Testament. Read on.
no man disannul
So no man can stop this thing from happening, man. You see Christians, they constantly trying to stop it. Read on up.
or added thereto.
And you can't add no other nations into this covenant,
You
man.
cannot put them in this thing.
You can't, man. It's already set in stone. And then he go even more explicitly into it, like I brought out in verse 16. I mean, he just laid it out perfectly, man. Go ahead, Op.
They're con on it, man. So we go back to Galatians 4 and 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, who is above? The Israelites, the children of Israel are above all nations. Read this Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Now it brings more understanding to it, right? It holds the point more.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Yes, in the face.
Come, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We're separate, read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,
Read.
above all people.
Now you see it? Now in Galatians, he's still showing you that the children of Israel are still the greatest people on the planet. Oh, well Israel did, they didn't believe in their God and the Lord. That's a damn lie. Even in the New Testament, you see that the Lord is still referring to Israel as being above all people. Right? Because in this instance, we're going into the two lots. We're going into the bond woman and we're going into the free woman, the child of the bond woman, the child of the free woman. Right? So we're talking about people in this instance. When it says Jerusalem, which is above, is free, we are the Israelites, we are free because guess what? How is it saying we are free? Remember, 24 said that it gendered to bondage for Hagar. But it's saying Jerusalem is free. It's just going into the promises that we are going to be what? The rulers of this thing, man. As Esau is the end of the world, we are the world to follow, man. Right? The Bible has been from the beginning to the end that Israel would get back their inheritance that they lost. That Israel was the chosen seed, that Israel would accommodate the what's the word I'm looking for? Inheritance, right? This is going back saying that we're going to be inherited to what was properly ours. That in fact we are going to be the free and they're going to be in bondage to us and servitude to us, right? So Deuteronomy 7:6 says, above all people that are what?
That are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth. Read on.
Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon
No, so like, let's go back to Galatians. Before they get out of here and finish this off. But this is the evil spirit on the Christians, man. This is the spirit of deceit. Because they are being deceived. They are being deceived every day, man. If that's a word, man. Deceived. Every day they go in that church on Sunday, deceived. And then they come out there, they actually try to come out there, and then they get what? Defeated. Right? That's right. Go back to Galatians 4 and read 26 again.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. For Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
The Israelites are still above, right?
Which is the mother of us all.
Because when we went into, that's going back into what? That Genesis 17, where it talked about Sarah having kings coming through out of her, right? Read.
Come. For it is written, rejoice thou barren that bearest not. Break forth and cry, thou. It's like thou that travelest, travailest not. For the desolate hath many more children than she which hath an husband.
So what is 27 saying, man? Any brother?
Talking about Sarah and Hagar and so one of them that was married to Abraham, right?
Well, how many children did Hagar have?
I'll go back and look.
Yeah.
But
Hagar and Keturah.
That's right.
Keturah has 6. But how many did Sarah have? 1. And before that time, Sarah was what? Barren. Now read 27 again.
Verse 27. For it is written, rejoice thou barren that bearest not.
But he's telling Sarah from the beginning, rejoice for being barren, right? Read.
Break forth and cry, thou that travailest not.
Why should she be happy that she was barren at this time? Because the promise didn't come through that blood, because the promises didn't come through the bloodline of Hagar. You know, and let's go back real quick. I wanted to touch this real quick before we get out of here. Let's go back to Genesis. Because you know, Sarah, she was wrong about this, man. Let's go back to 16, and start at verse 5. So this is what you can show and precept with what he's telling her. He's telling her, don't be upset about you being barren. Because when Sarai had told Abraham to go into Hagar, you know, it was good at first. But once she seen Hagar pregnant, it kind of messed her up, man. Right? I'm gonna tell you, boy, that's women in a nutshell. Yeah, I'm good with you having a second wife. Until she move into that mother. I can't take it.
See Big Booty Judy walk around that mud.
Right.
She got everything you looking for.
Uh-huh.
And your wife, she got half the thing you looking for.
What? Read this 16 and 5.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 5.
We're gonna read down a little bit.
And Sarah said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes.
So she said I was despised in her eyes now, man. She basically said, damn, I made a mistake on this, man. Right? I agreed to something that I shouldn't have, Read.
Hold on. What does it sound like? Yeah. Huh?
Jealousy.
The jealousy spirit. Well, I'm asking you, what it sound like to you sisters? And you brothers too, what that sound like? Man, you know, I'm cool with that. Until what? Damn, I made a mistake.
Till shit hit the fan.
Man, stop agreeing. Because guess what? You agree. Now you agree. Hey, don't turn around now. Because guess what? If I agree to do something, you're going to hold me to it all the way.
That's right.
All the way.
Right.
You got to make good on that thing, man.
They say it's all fun and games till somebody get hurt, man.
It's all fun. It's all fun till the rabbit got the gun.
That's right. Read on.
Come. I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judged between me and thee.
Uh-huh.
But Abram said unto Sarah, behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarah dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face.
But you see, Abraham was still in the spirit with this thing, though. Abraham was like, look, I'm not finna, basically Abraham was telling her, I'm not finna love her or go with her more than you, right? You still got the authority of this thing, man. Right? So she dealt treacherously with her, Read.
And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain, in the way to Shur. And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maid, whence camest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai.
So you see, the angel of the Lord came to Hagar, and she told the angel of the Lord, he's like, where you going? She like, I'm fleeing from Sarah. Now Sarah mad at me, right? So I'm just gonna move and go away. I'm gonna run from this thing, Read.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress, and submit thyself under her hands.
Read that again.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress, and submit thyself under her hands.
That's heavy. The Lord told Hagar, take your ass back, and you are going to be a damn slave to that woman, like she said. Submit to whatever she told your ass to do. That's heavy. And that's bringing it up to today. They can't run from it, man. The angel of the Lord told Hagar, take your butt back. See how Sarah was dealing treacherously with her? She left. She tried to run. But the Lord said, no, you can't run from this. Right? Because I got something in store for you. You still gonna be that slave to that family, man. Hebrew note going into what? They still gonna be a servitude to the Israelites, man. Right? So when we do go back to Galatians, let's go back real quick when we get out of here. And read 27 again.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 27. For it is written, rejoice thou barren that bearest not. Break forth and cry, thou that travailest not. For the desolate had many more children than she with an husband.
So he's letting her know that guess what? Yeah, they got many more children, but their children going into what? Into damn bondage. That's right.
Where is it written at, brothers? Let's go to Isaiah 54, verse 1 real quick.
This is why they try to put that deceit on you. This is why you would never see a Christian want to go to Galatians chapter 4.
That's right.
I ain't never heard a Christian say let's go to Galatians 4.
That's why brothers have to be precept up, because everything that Paul is saying is what? He's getting it from the Old Testament. Read this right quick, Doc.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 1. Sing, O barren.
Do what?
Sing, O barren.
So this is a parable that Isaiah was giving us, man. Saying, sing, O barren.
Read on. Thou that didst not bear.
Uh-huh.
Break forth into singing.
Going into who? Going into Sarah. Going into the same history. Remember, brothers and sisters, the Bible is repetitive. It's saying the same thing over and over. But you just have to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Read on.
break forth into singing and cry aloud.
And cry aloud. Read on, Doc.
Thou that didst not travail with child.
Because she was barren. Read on.
For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife.
So more is the children of Hagar more than the married wife. Because it's also on a greater scale with us married to who? To Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
Even when we go into this thing, man, he's literally laying it out. And Paul is repeating these same things. You brothers and sisters understand that? Go ahead, Doc.
Big con on that, man. So, and that's another point to show you, according to Galatians 3:15, that it has been confirmed.
Man, let me get some more on there right quick, Doc.
Go ahead. That
Read
it's
verse
been
2.
confirmed.
Read verse 2.
What about Isaiah 54?
Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 2. And Lord, the place of thy tent,
Read on, Doc.
and let them stretch forth the curtains of thy habitation.
Read on.
Spare not.
Do what?
Spare not.
Read on, Doc.
Lengthen thy cords,
Meaning what? We gonna have a great land, man. Read on, Doc.
and strengthen thy state.
Read on.
For thou shalt break forth on the right hand.
Now that thing is heavy because our attentions don't stretch forth how it's supposed to be in the scriptures. On the map, they got the land of Israel very small, but according to the scriptures, guess what? Their land is very large, man.
Right.
This is what this is talking about. Read on, Doc.
And on the left, in thy
Read
seed,
verse 3 again from the top.
so like, for thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left. In thy seed,
And thy what?
in thy seed,
Singular, saying the same thing in Galatians. Read on.
shall inherit the Gentiles.
Shall do what, Doc?
Shall inherit the
Read
Gentiles,
on, Doc.
and make the desolate cities to be inhabited.
And make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Read verse 4.
Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed,
Man, we can't be ashamed of that, man, because we got the promise and they got the bondage. Read on, Doc.
neither be thou confounded.
Read on.
For thou shalt not be put to shame.
Read on.
For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth,
Meaning the sins that we committed earlier in our youth. Read on.
and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood any more.
Read on.
For thy maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Read on.
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the whole earth, shall he be called.
Go ahead, Doc.
All praise big con on that, man. And like I said, going back to Galatians 3:15, this is how we line it up and confirm that thing. It said if it be confirmed, you can't disannul it and you can't add it to it. It is confirmed. We go precept upon precept to confirm this thing, man. Let's go back to Galatians chapter 4 and read 28.
Book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 28. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of the promise.
Brethren, as Isaac was, so are we still the children of the promise. Read 29.
But as then,
He
he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
that was born of the bondwoman persecuted him that was born of the free woman, man. Right? What? 1500 BC, man. Jacob versus Esau, right? This is basically what this going into. The sub-Sahara slave trade, right? All these things line up with this, man. Read that again.
But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
Read it again and read on.
Even so, it is now.
Even so, it is now. Man, I'm telling you, you do not want to go over there. And like I said, in Yemen and in places, man, they still are persecuting and hanging niggas, man.
Put them in slavery. Hardcore.
Hard slavery over there, man.
Damn, I was going to ask, hey, Capt, y'all already saved y'all, man, because I was just about to ask brothers that question, man. Did y'all get the point that I was bringing out? Even so it is now. Because who was persecuting us after the flesh? Esau. It, like I was saying, all these things tie all together, man. Ishmael. All these nations persecute us, man. Go ahead, Doc.
They come on that, man. I'll praise it. Let's go to Romans 7:21 to be the last precept. Romans 7:21. So we see that that's indeed a deceitful spirit that the Christian church has on them, man, to want to believe a damn lie, man. That's a lying spirit. That's a deceitful spirit. Because we can easily go into precepts and break that thing down, man, and show that we still are, in fact, the children of the promise, man. Romans 7 and start at 21.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 21.
Bring it out.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
Read that again.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
So, brothers and sisters, like Timothy said, take this thing into consideration, man. Spirits are out here ramping up, man. Even when you're doing good, a damn spirit can still come and jump on you, man. Read that again.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
That damn spirit right on your doorstep, man. Just waiting on you to let it in, man. Just waiting on you to slip up, cuss the MF out. Know you've been working on your mouth. Until you let that one get you. Right? Read on.
Verse 22. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
After the inward man, after the spiritual man. You want to delight after the law of God, after the spiritual man, not the fleshly man.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, this is a heavy precept because Christians always try to go to Paul to say that he didn't keep the law. Brothers have to hone in those points and those scriptures that say Paul kept the law.
Right.
Go ahead, Doc.
Read on.
But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind.
Warring against the law of my mind. Evil spirits, man. Evil spirits war against the law of your mind, brothers and sisters. Read.
In bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
And some of these evil spirits are what? Have your butt going into sin, man.
And what? And so this thing is warring in your mind. What precept comes to mind to brothers? What y'all thinking about?
Wrestle out against
Ephesians 6 and 2.
What does that say? 2 April.
He said, I'll take that one, eat good.
They said, yeah, you take it. So he says, you see another warning against the law in his mind. So think about how our mind is, how our mind is. What do the issues come from?
Yeah. 4 and what?
23.
Proverbs 4 and 23. The issues of life starts where? Damn, you brothers, let's go get it right quick. Y'all brothers be slow to the draw, to the trivia. Y'all been slow all day, man. I hope y'all keep them precepts flowing on the streets today, man. Like, for real. Gotta recruit some of these sisters over here, man. They gotta bump y'all ass out the piano, man.
Oh!
Read that out.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence.
That's why you gotta keep your heart with diligence, man. Right? Read.
For out of it are the issues of life.
Because out of your mind comes the issues of life. These are the issues that we have. This is why we have to deal with these things. Because there's always some kind of war in your mind. Why do you think you sitting up there watching TV and she's sitting up there and she got 1,000 things on her mind and you just sitting up here chilling? Why do you think she warring more than you? Why? Because she's the weaker vessel. The war gonna be with her stronger anyways. Right, to help you brothers out, man, because sometimes y'all don't get it. You don't get it, you ain't got it, man. All right? Go ahead.
That's right. That's right. Romans 7. That's right. Yes, sir.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 23 from the top. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Because I'm going to tell y'all, the law of sin is right there within you, man. He said, I find that when I do good, evil is present right with me, man. It's ready to let you open that door for it. It's right there. Every time you open the door for good, evil right there waiting on you. Don't open it too much. You open that door a little more wider, and I'm coming in with you. Read.
Oh, wretched man.
Oh, who?
Oh, wretched man.
That what?
That I am.
You got to be able to consider that thing, man. People who walk around this thing like they just the holiest thing, holiest stuff. You better understand you're a wretched man. Right? Read.
O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Read on. Who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Right? Read.
I thank Yahweh through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of God, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
So you see that? He said, with my mind, I myself serve the law of God, but with the flesh, the law of sin. Don't let your flesh lead you into some bad situation that you can't get out of. Don't let that sin continue to grow or that lust continue in your mind and it war against your spirit and you win the battle. It's a spirit versus flesh battle every day. And you got to make sure that you win that battle every day so that these evil spirits of deceit, lust, and lies don't come upon you and overtake you, right? I'll pray to the Most High God for this class today. We pray brothers and sisters got some edification. We pray brothers and sisters had understanding hearts and ears to receive this thing. We always say we are law keepers, so we want to make sure we go to a law to give the nation of Israel to meditate on for today's class. Let's go to Leviticus 19. We'll read that. Let's read 19, 11, and 12. Let's just read 11. We'll take 11.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
So, brothers and sisters, we know that we can't deal falsely one to another. Sisters, dealing falsely one to another gonna be what? Always trying to make yourself look good for a brother, man. Not coming in here with the right spirit. Oh, I'm gonna come in there and look good today. I ain't come to class today for no lesson. I came to class today to look real good in my new dress with my new hair wrap. Right? We can't deal falsely with each other's brother. If a brother is out of the spirit, out of order, what we gotta do? Tell him, rebuke him sharply. Tell him, bro, you got a spirit on you. We can't deal falsely one to another or lie, or that spirit of lies that keep coming upon the congregation, man. We got to dip those lies in the bud, right? Because sooner or later, everything is going to come to the light, right? All praise to the Most High God. With that, say shalom, Israel.
Shalom.